Yeah, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the Umineko playthrough. Today we've actually got some really quite interesting stuff because of the fact that we're going to be doing you know, just everything after yesterday. I mean, yesterday was the day that firstly divided people, not a very good sign. People could potentially be killed. I do find it really interesting, the logic of the wolves and sheep puzzle. I mean, I don't really think it applies much to everything that's happening here because of the fact that, you know, there is only one witch. Could the wolves and sheep puzzle, in theory, suggest that there is more than one, I don't know, being, really? 7 stakes of purgatory, maybe. I don't know about anything else, though. But, yeah, that could actually be really quite interesting if the wolves and sheep puzzle could actually... So, basically, the wolves and sheep puzzle was saying that, if there are less... I suppose opponents than enemies themselves, the enemies will, in their numbers, take advantage of it. Or if there are less enemies, but their oh, I've just cracked my own riddle. There are less enemies, but the situation works in their favour. That would apply to every single situation that Beatrice is in. Yeah, so that'd be that. Anyway, yeah, so I really do wonder what's actually going to happen. I wonder if anyone's going to die. I was just thinking beforehand, Battler, Rosa, and George, they're the more likely people to die because of the smaller number. But at the same time, you really think they're going to die? Like, why would Battler be killed by Beatrice? I mean, to be fair, he was killed in the first episode, but still, I don't really think he is going to be killed in this one. It's just not likely at all. There were 5 humans in the kitchen, but it was very... Humans! Yeah, but it was very quiet, filled only with the sound of rain. Yeah, it was only accented by the sound of Shannon and Kumasawa washing the dishes. Oh, damn. That must be really quite boring doing washing up in a time like this. God. Yeah, but I suppose it's a good thing like that. I mean... Really boring tasks like that, they do make you get some headspace, which is nice. God, I was using the leftovers from breakfast and lunch as ingredients as soup. Damn. God, you know things have gone bad if, you know, a really famous chef is literally recycling ingredients. And also I had suspected that the poison might have been... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the poison that might have been added to the food. So they decided to eat canned goods, but it hadn't been too satisfying. Oh yeah, that's awful. Yeah. But God, I thought she was just being too cautious. Damn, so even if there is poison, he's going to still cook a meal. God damn. That's actually really quite surprising. So he was spontaneously creating a soup to be served to only those who wanted some. Yeah, at least he's not forcing everyone to eat it, but I still think that's pretty low. I mean, there could be a chance. I mean, even though she's probably being overly cautious, which I don't think would be unlikely, the chance is never 0. You should be careful just in case. Shannon and Kumasawa were washing the dishes. That the food had been arranged on. Oh, right. On the inside, they thought maybe Gorda should wash them since he'd be the one who wanted the food arranged on the plates in the first place. Oh, yeah, fair. Yeah, but they left their complaints unsent for the time being. Yeah, I don't know if I really see this. Yeah, so Gorda wanted the food to be arranged on the plates in the first place, so he should take responsibility of the plates. I suppose that's what that's saying. Genji and Nandro were facing each other across a crude chess set that had many years of experience. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it really doesn't surprise me that Genji also is a real good player at chess. I mean, these people all are, to be honest. I think if you don't play chess and you're in Umineko, what are you doing? To be fair, George and Hideyoshi and Eva and like nearly everyone, to be fair, that doesn't have any connotation with Ginzo or... Oh, I don't know what I'm even saying, but people that don't have close relationships to Ginzo and people that don't have anything to do with magic, and Kidia and Batala, obviously. I feel like those are the only people that actually play chess, the ones I just listed. The game had only still just begun. Yeah, fair enough, actually, yeah. And because the opening game of these experienced players had been owned to perfection, it looked like a ceremony where they had just moved specified places in a specified order. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a nice aroma. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you wouldn't get this from canned food. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that is really good. Yeah. I get what you mean about her being overly cautious now. It was made from only sealed ingredients, so there won't be any poison mixed in. Yeah, nice one. I'm making enough for everybody, so please eat. You will also taste for poison. That's a little bit sacrificial, don't you think? What if there is poison? He's gonna die. Yeah. Please feel secure and eat. To be fair, if you have cyanide, all you have to really taste is, you know, a vivid taste of almond. But the only thing is, I'm trying to say, if you actually taste the sort of distinct flavour of the poison, then aren't you going to be poisoned yourself? Like, that's such a stupid idea. But to be fair, maybe he'll take a really small amount so that he doesn't have enough poison to actually kill him. That really gives a nice aroma. Yeah, that's brilliant. Goda-san, the food you cook is really delicious. Yes, it is. There's so much technique. Even though you have really good ingredients, if you don't have good food, then what is the point of it? If you don't have good cooking skill to actually make the food good, what is the point of those good ingredients, really? Yeah, being able to create delicious food when you buy delicious ingredients is hardly special. Yeah, I like that, yeah. My master taught me that a true cook needs to perfect their ability to make delicious food from whatever is on hand. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I agree, that was a good master. Yeah, that's good. Thanks to him, it looks like we'll be able to enjoy some truly delicious soup. Yeah, that's brilliant. I know, that's fair. God, that's fair, yeah. Although it's a shame that it was made from ingredients intended for all the family members to eat. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure Rosa-san is tired after everything that happened this morning. It's only natural. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Hey, you've got to have some benefits on the job. But thanks to that, we get to drink some soup made from delicious ingredients. But also had fervently warned everyone that they didn't understand the danger they were in. Yeah, interesting that. And that they must assume the poison was mixed in with the food. There's one thing being dangerous, but there's one thing being overly paranoid, and I get the impression that that's the path Dosai is heading down. The mood at the time had led them to agree. But hunger wasn't something that could be swayed by a momentary emotion like that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't have the stress of obviously everything that's happening, and you can't have it really affect times that, you know, you would have been really quite hungry. And if you do, then fuck. You are going to be going a long time without a food, which is only going to worsen your stress. I mean, there are a lot of times where you're really stressed, and as a result, you forget about the hunger, and you just focus on the task that is actually in front of you. But yeah, those are rare. I mean, my god. You know, my exam today, I was writing away, but I was really hungry at the same time, even though I had eaten beforehand. That's the most stupid thing. I'd literally eaten beforehand, and yet I was still hungry. But yeah, it was hard to focus then. My god. No, I did it anyway. I did really well, which is the best thing, but still. Oh, there's no way that's going to be able to happen. Yeah, impossible. I would like to serve it to everyone in the parlour, but... Yeah, understandable actually, yeah. Yeah, seeing that it would violate Rosa-sama's instructions, you had best give up on that idea. Yeah, it's enough that only those who want to eat it do so. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Get that workload off your shoulders right now. Skillfully taking a breather when no one's looking is also an important skill for a servant, isn't it? When Kumasa wa kakud, Shannon and Gorda laugh too. That's really quite nice. She really does sound like the light of the atmosphere here. It seemed that in this space where only their fellow servants were gathered, they could relax quite a bit. Yeah, that's really good, yeah. Shannon didn't like Gorda's occasional dishonesty. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't either. But she knew that there was no falsehood in his childish smile when he cooked. I know, he truly enjoys what he does, and I think that's really, really good. And if anything, it's really quite convenient that obviously everyone can have, you know, really fucking good meals as a result of all of the things that he enjoys making so much. No one has desire for people to enjoy his food. So even though it was a little aggravating to be made to wash the dishes, she couldn't really hate him. Yeah, fair. However, they couldn't have dreamed that Loza was calling them wolves in the parlour. Oh my god, yeah, at exactly the same moment they were spending their time peaceful others. Yeah, I don't think they are. Funny that. At the time, several of the servants had a sound like something being dragged, and then a thump. It seemed like the sound made by a servant outside the back door when they were carrying a mountain of trash bags on a rainy day. Or maybe when a servant was returning from work wearing a raincoat. So at first that sound didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary to them, but they soon realised. How would they know that though? Right now, everyone was either in the kitchen or the parlour, so who could possibly be at the back door? Yeah, that is actually a really good question. I mean, if it's not Rosa Battler George, who the fuck is it? As the servants all looked at each other, they checked to make sure that each one of them knew what that sound meant. Yeah, it's really quite funny. They really couldn't have dreamed of the totally contrasting events that are happening in the parlour. Yeah. They're not only having peaceful times, but they're also allowed to eat soup. Which I can't say I am anything but jealous for. That is weird. Who could it be? Oh my god, that change of tone! Fucking hell. The servants knew that the mansion's layout well. Yeah. So they understood how incomprehensible it would be for someone from the parlour to actually go outside in this typhoon. Okay, yeah, that's it. Oh, that is weird. I didn't actually realise how far the servants' room was actually from this place. But at the same time, this is in the same room as the guest house. It does make sense. That is a little bit weird. That is really weird. Maybe it could be everyone else, but I think it's very unlikely. Why would they make a thud sound, go all the way around and come up to this back door? Then it... Was it Kinzo? Oh, they couldn't imagine that Kinzo, who never left this... It could be. Would dash out into the middle of this typhoon and come to the back of the house, where only low-class people would ever entered or exit. That's a horrible way of putting it, my god. That wasn't... Yeah, our imagination, was it? Oh my god, that would make stuff so much easier if it was. Oh god. Shannon and Kanon. Yeah, Shannon and Kumasawa, not Kanon, he's fucking dead. Shannon and Kumasawa drew closer together, fearfully looking at the back door. Yeah. Who is it? As Gorda fearfully approached the back door, he called out, and his eyes flashed towards the butcher's knife that sat in a nearby. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, he didn't pick it up yet. Yeah, because there was still a possibility that this was a member of the family. However, that possibility was impossible. There was no response from across the door to Gorda's initial... Okay, that is really weird. So they've heard a sound, and yet there's no response whatsoever. I wonder... Maybe that could be the case. It's not entirely their fault yet. Maybe his voice had been so quiet that it hadn't reached through the wind and the rain outside. Yeah. Genji-san. Yes. Yes, stand back, Dot and Nanjo and the women. The women. Yeah, yes. Who in the world could it be? Oh my god. Oh, interesting. Genji took a knife with a classical design. God, knives. I mean, my god. You can just tell the extent to which they're feeling threatened if they literally hear a sound at the door and then they have knives. But yeah, it is really quite odd. Who would go outside to get there in typhoon-like weather? Apart from those, you know, Batalla's lot. Doesn't make sense. It was something to be used instead of a paper knife to open envelopes for statements and delivery and bills. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I see. But it was still an... Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. It kind of reminds me of a penknife. So the blade on it could injure someone. Exactly, yeah. God, they have a knife for opening envelope, though. I mean, my God. Envelopes, it's so high class. It really, really is high budget. But it's so pointless as well. Yeah, good one, yeah. Because he hit it in his sleeve with a well-practiced motion. Oh, that's interesting. So, he obviously has some sort of combat-related experience if he can do it in a well-practiced motion. I wonder where, why, how, and who? Yeah, Genji hit it in his sleeve with a well-practiced motion. Then he approached the back door himself, giving Gordar a silent nod. Gordar cautiously approached the back door and slowly started to open it. This is going to be interesting. God, I wonder what's actually going to be here. What? 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 Who? The shadow of a person suddenly shuffled into sight, landed on his knees, and fell over. By the way, I forgot the money guy existed. Could you imagine if it's her? Gorda fell backwards onto his backside and couldn't get up. Jesus. What? That human statue was soaked with rain, smeared with mud, and drenched with blood. What? What? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, how is anybody but the servants going to be blamed now? Oh my God, that's absurd. Kanon-kun? What? That makes zero sense. Are you alright? Is he alive? What? He can't be alive. It was Kanon. His breath was feeble, and the puddles of mud he left were quickly drenched right bread. Yeah, God, that's absurd. How is he here though, genuinely? And how is Vatalo going to explain it? When Nanjo held him up and turned him face up, there was a deep, gruesome wound right in the center of his chest. Yeah, kind of matches how he was killed beforehand. Yeah, as though he'd been stabbed by a spear or something. Even now, deep red blood poured out from him. What? That's so weird. That's just genuinely weird, because how could it have been possible for him to not have survived, sorry, for him to have survived what was going on before? Like, what is happening here? This is horrible. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, this is horrible. What should we do? Get a first aid kit? A first aid kit? Oh yeah, stop the blood flow. Kanon-kun, place your hand against the wound. Please push firmly. Is he listening? Yeah, let's carry him to the bed in the servant room. Everyone, please lend a hand. Come on now, Kanon-san. Please hang in there for a little longer. Oh my God. Fuck, I just hope for her sake that he's actually going to be able to survive. Yeah, hang in there. He'll be okay. Yeah, so please don't take your hand from the wound. This is genuinely so weird though. Yeah, at any rate, let us carry him to the servant room. I know, but that's going to look so badly on them. I mean, obviously they have to make the inform... They have to inform Rosa, but at the same time, it's really not going to look good on them at all. We have found Kanon. How the fuck are you alive? Not... Yeah, Rosa-sama. Oh, interesting. Wonder why he's actually saying that. Please wait. Yeah. Kanon-san said, please not Rosa-sama. Why? Is it because of what will happen in terms of them being suspected? What do you mean, Kanon-kun? This is no time for that. Yes, true. Yeah, let us quickly carry him to the servant room. Yeah. Yeah, Kumasawa, do not tell Rosa-sama yet. Yeah, good one. We will do it after we hear the situation from Kanon. It's good that they really have the intuition to listen. Yeah, yes. Oh god, yeah, she is stressed. But at the same time, she really, really needs to hang in there. She's really bad in very stressful situations. I hope that can sort of go. It will really help her in this next day, because let's be honest, this is going to be the last day of her life. So, yeah, let's hope it will be advantageous somehow. If she becomes more composed at stress. But it's so difficult. I mean, one of your colleagues, not one of your colleagues, that's too impersonal. One of your family members, basically. It's like this. He had told them not to tell Rosa right after, oh my god, I know, right after appearing in this state. This could only mean something very disquieting. Them. And really anxiety rose to their faces. Come on now, everyone. Yeah, let's hurry and carry him. Quickly, quickly. Right. Oh my god, I really wonder what's actually going to happen. Oh no, Connell's room was unbelievably deep. And judging from Nanjo's pale face, yeah, I see that. It was a miracle that he was still conscious. I know. Like, genuinely, how? It just doesn't really add up. The fact that, you know, a few hours beforehand, he has literally died. If he has a wound this deep and he's barely breathing now, then how the hell is he firstly been able to escape? And second, he was able to escape because Beatrice was actually able to transport his corpse. This may be the work of Beatrice. I don't know, maybe to maximise the pain of Kanon, for example? I have no idea. This is horrible. Oh god, he appears to have been stabbed something like a spear. Oh my god, yeah, I know, that's really good. If it hasn't reached the lungs, I might be able to do something. God, I hope he can. Oh my god, he is in pain. God! No matter how much Nanjo tried to wipe off that gushing deep red blood, he couldn't do it, he couldn't do it. He couldn't wipe it all away. And each time the wound was aggravated, causing Kanon to cry. Oh god, crying. Oh, that's awful. Oh god. Oh my god, do it for Shannon! And Kanon-kun. Yeah, hang in there. Shit, I hope she's... Oh god, I hope he's going to be able to do it. I just don't get how he's here, genuinely. How is he not dead? Oh, here's a new... Oh my god, yeah. Oh no, how horrible. What is his condition? Yeah! God, that must be such a ridiculously deep wound. In all honesty, this is so severe that I cannot believe he is alive. Yeah, it must have been. I mean, I don't really know. I feel that Beatrice has definitely had some intervention here. Maybe the location of this wound was fortunate. Yeah, but the blood loss is too horrible. Oh my god, a blood transfusion is necessary, but that will be impossible until tomorrow. Fuck. Oh my god, so whatever happens, he is a dead man walking. Oh my god, how can you cough? Rosa-sama. To us. Oh my god! What about Rosa? Yeah, don't talk, Kanon-kun. Oh my god, yeah, don't. Rosa-sama came. Oh, so it's very, very important whenever Rosa-sama came to Milady. Oh, now that is interesting. That is a complete lie, but because of the fact that Kanon is so annoyed at Rosa for having, you know, disrespectfully suspected him so fucking much, he's turning this grudge into the next level. He's literally making this mere grudge into something that would entirely discredit her. This does not sound like something Kanon would do, though. That's really surprising. What did you say? Yeah, there's no way that Rosa could have done it. We've literally seen it for ourselves. Rosa-sama did? Yeah, it could mean that she is not somebody to be trusted. That is if Kanon was actually telling the truth, which he isn't. What could that mean? Could that mean? Yeah, are you certain? Yes. Why is he saying this? I mean, the only thing is, the worst thing is, it's going to be impossible to tell whether it is actually true and he genuinely believes this because of how little time he has left, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, my god, if he has such a bad wound that, you know, speaking is going to open it up and potentially kill him, then, yeah, he should not speak any longer. Come on now, don't speak anymore. Yeah, Kumasawa-san, please grab another first aid kit. Oh, shit. Genji-san. I know! This is the worst thing. Okay, he's either been told to say this, or maybe he's just saying it out of revenge for what she's done to disrespect the legacy of her and Jessica. Him and Jessica, even. Genji-san, is it possible Rosa-sama did such a thing? I know, I mean, Genji. One of the most experienced people not knowing something, that's rare. Disregarding Nanjo and Kumasawa, who were struggling hard and stained with blood as they tried to stop the bleeding, Genji and Gorda faced each other. Yeah, because of what Kanon had said was the truth. I know Rosa was the culprit who killed Jessica. Curse you, Rosa. What? Maybe he genuinely believes this, but I don't think that's the case. No way. How could you do that to my lady? Kill you, I'll kill you. Yeah, Connell screamed even more hatefully. His hateful voice made it seem like he was seeing Jessica. Oh god, yeah, fair harm right before his eyes. To be honest, with a reaction like this, you really think that, I mean, obviously, it could be possible to basically be reliving and re-seeing, I suppose, the most horrible moments of your life, i.e., ironically, your death. But, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Certainly, Rosa-sama might have a reason to kill my lady. Oh god, I hate this. It makes sense in terms of the inheritance, because there is a proper motive that you can give. Now, Rosa would be in the closest to the line of all of the well, Kinzo's, she'd be Kinzo's closest relative, and obviously it wouldn't be rightfully inherited to any of Jessica's parents. Not her, because she's fucking dead. It would be her, Rosa. Yeah, god, that really does have bad coincidences. Yeah. I know. Yeah. If everyone in the Ushidomiya family were destroyed, the inheritance would go to Rosa-sama. Yeah. Oh my god, what are they going to do? Oh, this is just going to go bad. This is going to go worse and worse because they're going to probably leave now, and then, god, what's that going to cause? If so, Batora-sama and George-sama are in danger. Oh my gosh, she is holding a gun. Oh! God, yeah, not only is Rosa-sama holding a gun, but right now, they are the only ones in the lab. Yeah. Genji-san, isn't this situation quite perilous? Oh, he says nothing. Oh, Shannon suddenly ran out into the corridor. Her expression was complex and oh god, yeah, understandable. Oh my god, that must be so awful. You know, thinking that Rosa, the person that has been such a horrible person, horribly and rudely suspecting everybody, could have actually done it herself. She must be so mad with her. But obviously that would be if she took what they said for gospel. Oh no, she's probably going to confront Rosa now. What's going to happen? Shannon ran to where Rosa is, I think. Oh no, this is really bad as well. People are separating. Oh god. Yeah, the inside of the mansion had been scrupulously cleaned, so it probably wouldn't be that easy to find. She might find it if she searched in the rose garden, but they've probably all been... Yeah. They've probably been all lost in this wind and rain. Oh, that's right. The boiler room isn't cleaned very often. If she went there, she might be able to find it. Find what? When she says it. Someone ran downstairs to find that in the underground boiler room. What? That? What is she talking about? Like, genuinely. Oh, I feel so bad. She's probably just running out of pure stress now. Maybe it was the butterfly. Wait, no, not the rose garden. Maybe the golden butterflies? I have no idea. Oh, of course. I hate that cliffhanger. You have got to be kidding me. Is Conan alive? Did some medicine take effect at the brink of death? It was Conan finally beyond feeling what? How? For the time being, at least Conan's painful gasping had subsided. Nanja apparently didn't view this as a very good sign. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah, and he didn't take his eyes off Conan for a second. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Yeah, she's such a nice person. Of course she can do good moral support. Kuma-sama firmly gripped Conan's hand and kept encouraging him so that the willpower keeping him alive didn't fade away. Genji and Gorda seemed to be uncertain how to respond to the truth. Yeah, understandable, yeah, I'd risk his life to deliver. Oh my god, I just forgot something. Who died in the boiler room last year? Come on. Who's going to the boiler room now? Last episode. Who's going to the boiler room now? Shannon! Oh my god, that's not good news. Nosa-sama's gun surely has 4 or 5 shots loaded. Exactly, like he killed 4 or 5 people in the best case scenario. Oh, but loading cartridges into a Winchester should require a lot of practice. Yeah, fair. She might be able to get one shot off, but if everyone attacks her at once, we should be able to take the gun from her before she shoots again. Yeah, I really wonder what they're going to do with this suspicion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we may have a doctor on this island, but we have no access to a medicine and no hospital. Yeah. Agreed. If the location of the shot is bad, the person will die. I understand that. I understand that, but more importantly, if we don't move quickly, there's a chance another crime will occur. Yeah, that would not be good. Yeah, it is interesting that. It seems that, to me, that Rosa-sama managed to cleverly chase it out. That's the worst thing, it just looks as if Rosa is going to be so vulnerable here. Everything adds up to her. Maybe Jojo-sama and Batala-sama are being killed right now. Oh, I know, that could be the worst assumption. And Maria as well, but, yeah, by the way, I do find it really quite interesting that now Conon's dead. I wonder how that's actually going to pose an effect on, Conon's alive. I wonder how that's actually going to change the fact. I just really wonder what's going to happen, and the servant's going to tell everybody. If they don't, then they're going to be more suspected, and obviously, if he is actually alive and he somehow survives this impossible situation, then, like, genuinely, how is he going to be able to be convincing enough that he didn't kill Jessica? Because people would have thought that that could have been the case. Especially because of his disappearance. It doesn't look good whatsoever. Yeah, understandable actually. Yeah, if a foe... But at the same time, if they don't provoke the foe, then they're going to die. Potentially. If our foe is so dangerous, why wouldn't it be better if we didn't provoke them too much? It is, yeah, but tomorrow is still a long way off. Fair. Yeah, we can't even imagine which strategy she may use. Genji-san, we should take action first. Interesting, if we can still at least steal the gun under some pretext, it might work out. Yeah, there are 4 or 5 cartridges on there now. Yeah, but if there are 4 or 5, assuming the upper bound is the amount of blooming cartridges that are actually there, then yeah, enough to kill everyone here in the best case scenario. There are 4 or 5 cartridges, are there not? That means there aren't enough to kill all of us. Yeah, as long as we don't carelessly provoke her. Surely even Rosa-sama wouldn't be that rash. No, she said it. What? She said she'll massacre all of us! Rosa is Beatrice. That's bullshit, but like, Kanon is basically talking about Beatrice, I think. There's no way it could be anybody but her. Why would Rosa do this? Genuinely, why? I cannot believe what he's saying for a second. I just really wonder what his genuine motive is to doing this. Avenging Jessica? I have no idea. Kanon, who they thought was sleeping, quietly, suddenly started talking brightly. Okay, that is weird. That really, really is. I feel like some sort of otherworldly means, i.e. Beatrice, has been the reason that he's actually been able to come back here. I mean, how could you survive a wound of that severity? Like, come on. There's no way this could be anything but Beatrice. I don't know, though. How could you argue it with human causes, though? Because obviously he's had a wound that even a doctor is surprised that he's actually living from. He's losing blood. Like, he's literally been losing blood in this very scene. And yet he's been able to live for hours. It just doesn't add up. Kanon looked firm and steady, which relieved Nanjo a bit, but considering the depth of that wound, he couldn't wipe away a certain creepy feeling. Oh yeah, that must be horrifying to see. He knew because he was a doctor. After losing so much blood, Kanon might easily have lost consciousness. Yeah, and yet somehow, he was still intensely aware of his surroundings. That's actually really quite surprising, I see that. Was it youth? Or was it tenacity? I think it is because of the fact that he never really was killed like that. I mean, no. I think he was killed, but then there's some sort of means of either alleviating the problems his injuries would have actually caused, or just, I don't know, magic fixing it or something like that. I have no idea. yeah. Oh my god, placebo effect. Sometimes the power of human life surpasses common knowledge. Placebo effect is such a good example of that. While stopping the bleeding, Nanjo had groped around a bit inside the bleeding hole with tweezers, making sure. God, oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, making sure there were no foreign objects inside the affected area. Yeah, and the great depth of the wound had shocked him. What? How the fuck is he alive? Like, I'm not even joking. It had certainly reached as far as his lungs. And yet, how? I know, it's miraculous, genuinely. No, but the fact he's still alive is wonderful. But Kanon had spoken clearly. Yeah, that's the worst thing. I do find it really quite interesting what's going to happen regarding the servants and Rosa now. They're going to totally turn on each other because of the fact that Kanon believes that, you know, a massacre is going to happen with Rosa as the key perpetrator, really. He'd hatefully stated that the one named Rosa made this wound, cursing and raging over and over and over. Yeah. What? What the genuine fuck are those eyes? Yeah, that also applies to Beatrice. She wants to kill everyone by any means necessary before the typhoon passes, so that she can have the Master's Wealth all to herself. No, she didn't. There's no way she could have. She didn't know that. Damn. Yeah, what a person. But the only thing is, Beatrice obviously doesn't give a fuck about the wealth, but she does care about the fact that, I suppose, she's made a contract with Kinzo and she can only stop it when this actually takes place, really. Are there any weapons we can... Yeah, interesting. I find it hard to believe. Yeah, me too. To think that Rosa-san would say something like that. Yeah, fair enough. If Rosa is the genuine culprit, then this definitely applies. Genji-sama, it isn't a question of whether you believe or not. She told... Okay, if she actually told Kanon, then fair enough. I just genuinely wonder what the actual, logic behind this is. Maybe he's hallucinated it. I don't know. Maybe like a before-death hallucination. I heard it. Yeah, why wouldn't you believe me? But yeah, don't get up, my god! You'll harm your wound. What the genuine fuck? Conan sat up on the bed! Yeah, I mean, it would normally be, like, obviously a normal activity that wouldn't be shocking whatsoever, but if you have a wound that basically goes as deep as your fucking lungs, I don't think it's a good idea to sit up! Jesus Christ! I mean, I get that servants are just quote-unquote furniture, and they're dehumanized, but that shouldn't mean that they have more than human strength, does it? This is just dehumanization to another level, like literally defying human biology. That is so weird, she'll definitely kill all of us. What? No, there's no way. She must have killed everyone in the parlor by now. If we don't kill her first, we'll definitely be killed first. God. Just like how I was killed first, everyone else will also be killed first. Yeah, I do find it interesting that he literally says, I was killed. Kill or be killed. God. Yeah, kill or be killed, kill or be killed. He literally just said that he was dead. What the hell? Kanon-san does that. I know, really not hurt. Oh, this. What? This is not. What? Yeah, seriously. What do you mean it's nothing? You're. It really isn't a big deal. How the fuck? That's so weird. It doesn't even hurt anymore. It's really nothing. How? What? It's kind of so that you began to untie the bandages that have been painstakingly wrapped. What? The gruesome hole in his chest was immediately exposed. God. Yeah, don't fucking do that. You're going to infect the wound potentially. That's such a ridiculously bad idea. Now, I find it really interesting, by the way, that, yeah, God, I find it really quite interesting that the anguish from what's happened to Kanon in general has really made him go just completely nuts. Yeah, it's actually really quite interesting that he assumes that, you know, also she's killed everybody in the parlor. Yeah, I really do wonder if that's actually going to be true, because obviously, no matter how doubtful this actually seems, if they are killed, then she is objectively the killer. And even though it's really unlikely, how are we going to see anything different? Or reason anything different? Yeah, God, that's the really, really bad thing, because this is just leading to Discord. And I don't mean the social media platform. That must be so disgusting. Like, genuinely just... I'm opening something like this. Fucking hell. God, that must be so disgusting. Yeah, lie down quickly. Say it's fine. Hey, see? This is nothing, right? This is never something that the normal Kanon would do, by the way. Let me just point that out. Kanon showed his gaping wound, which was still slowly spitting out foamy blood. Oh yeah, just horrifying old woman. Yeah, everyone averted their eyes reflexively. Understandable, yeah. Yes, it is. It could have pierced your lungs. How the hell it hasn't is anyone's guess. Look, I told you it wasn't a serious wound at all. What the fuck? Stop, you mustn't play with the wound! Come on, see? Is he fingering his wound? Come on, it isn't a deep wound at all. Look. Are you fucking okay? What? What? No! Conan held up 2 fingers, showed them to everyone, and slowly started to stick them in the gruesome wound right in the center of his chest. God. I'm just trying to imagine it. I imagine... I don't really know what I imagine. Oh, I just imagine that. Plunging slime. Ugh. Oh, God, squishy, wet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the fingers went in deep all the way to their bases. Squish, gloop, bloop. The sounds I make every day. Nah. Oh, God, I feel so bad for her. I mean, my God, like to Kumasawa, I could not watch this without fainting. I mean, Connor's genuinely gone so fucking weird. I think he's definitely in the influence, in the influence of Beatrice. Like, what the fuck has happened to his eyes?
Kanon-san, yamete, yamete!
So stop it. Yeah. God, that is disgusting. Those fingers were sticking all the way into his chest, up to their bases. Really slowly. Put them out in exactly the same way. Okay, that is weird. That really. There was a thread hanging! The fingers he pulled out were stained a sticky, solid, deep red colour. There was even a thread hanging. A thread? What? The fingers were covered up to their bases in deep red. Oh my God, it must be so fucking terrified. I mean, even as a doctor, like, seeing something this horrifying and actually seeing the person survive as well. I know. I mean, even the doctor is shocked. What in the world? This is fucking weird. Right, see. It's not a serious wound at all, see? How the hell is it? What? You are on some insane amounts of crack. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. There is no way this is not canon. There is no way this is canon. I think this is some sort of thing that isn't canon. I don't even know if it is Beatrice. Probably. I don't know though. Can Beatrice possess people? When has she ever been able to possess people? I don't know. At the moment, the door was slammed open and Shannon appeared. Even after she saw Kanon, stained with fresh blood. Her impregnable expression didn't falter. Hey, Nessa. Where'd you go? Yeah, this isn't canon. There is no way this could be canon. I mean, he is fucking demented. No one would ever be this demented and would also be able to call themselves canon because of the fact that, you know, canon is a person who he would cry, he would be really upset, he would be very, very fazed by the fact that Jessica has been treated so fucking awfully. Yeah, I don't really think we can see that happening here. God, this is weird. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. So Shannon actually realizes that Kanon isn't himself. Where's in the boiler room? Very random. What the reason for this was? There was something I had to find. More importantly, there's something I need to ask you. Ah, yeah. Are you really Kanon good? Yeah, funny that she asks that. Because that is a question I myself definitely have. Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting. The fact that, you know, her expression isn't changing whatsoever, it really, really proves that she can tell that Kanon isn't the person here. That is interesting, though. I mean, obviously, at the first part, he could have maybe be considered Kanon, but at the same time, this new layer of, you know, complete psychopathy that he has, there's no way he can be Kanon. No way. Oh, what? Beatrice. It was only natural. Everyone believed he was Kanon. Oh, yeah, definitely, but we don't. And I mean, the fact his eyes are fucking red, it kind of explains a lot. Beatrice's eyes aren't red, though. Interesting, that. So they couldn't understand the meaning of Shannon's question. Yeah, when they looked, they had noticed that Shannon was holding a handkerchief in her hand. It was filthy and looked like it had been used to wipe up some trash or dust. And while holding that, she approached Kanon, drawing closer to his feet. What is that? It is a handkerchief with a spider's web wiped on it. That's random. Why would you bring something like that? If you're Kanon-kun, you should be fine. Oh, that's really interesting. So a spider's enemies of witches. I never knew this. Oh, I can't really find anything. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. So I didn't realise that witches are actually enemies and are scared of spiders. There's no way that's true. What? They don't kill spiders? What? That's so weird. Yeah, that is probably interesting. That's a really quite random thing to have in the boiler room, but obviously it's a room that isn't touched. There are going to be a lot of cobwebs there. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see the reaction here. I wonder if this is actually going to expose the true identity of who has actually possessed him. That is, if he has been possessed. We don't know that for a fact. Because you are not Kanon, there is no way you can be. Doesn't even answer. Sorry, I'll try it. Shannon-san. This is going to be interesting. What? When Shannon brought that handkerchief close to Kanon's thigh, something happened in an instant. It happened all at once. The human eye couldn't have followed it. What? Kanon jumped like a wild goat, fleeing from the thing that Shannon was... Interesting, a wild goat. That's also a piece of furniture that Beatrice has. Then from his arm... Oh no! Some kind of afterglow flashed purple and drew a curve through space. What? That arc, which drew three beautiful purple curves, traced across the throats of Nanjo and Kumasawa, who had been tending to him. What? And in an instant, Nanjo and Kumasawa's throats opened like gaping mouths, and then the blood really started to spew out. This is weird. This is really weird. Yeah, there is no way this is Kanon. I mean, obviously, I was kind of convinced before on the fact that he would lie. It didn't... It's interesting. Beforehand, I thought that it never really seemed like something that Kanon would do. I mean, obviously, he really would be annoyed at Noza, but why would he actually take his anger out and obviously try to blame her and do really bad things? And also, he should have been dead. So, yeah, this has all been really weird. That is just genuinely so weird. So he's basically lying down on a bed. Maybe he has this... Well, he has his torso upwards. And then he just jumps like a wild goat. That is weird. Yeah, there is some sort of witch connotation with him. It's gotta be. Yeah, they have been tending to him, but he definitely doesn't share the kindness they had. God. Oh! The third purple cup should have traced across Shannon's throat. But Shannon wasn't there. Oh my god. Because Genji, who had been... That shows that Genji has actually been prepared for this attack. What the hell? So Genji actually realises attacks like these and what they are. Because Genji, who had been behind her, oh yeah, wrapped his own arm around Shannon's neck and pulled her back. This all happened in an instant! That's absurd. In the instant, it took Gorda to think fast in an attempt to understand this scene. Oh yeah, the frozen moment in time shattered. I know. Oh my god. Blood was gushing from Nanjiro and Kumasawa's torn open necks. Oh no. No! No! This is the worst thing! I don't know what the fuck's happened to Kanon, but at the same time, now he is very, very threatening. Kanon jumped and kicked off a picture frame that had been hanging from the wall behind him, springing forward just like a cat and aiming for Shannon's throat again! But Kanon's target once again disappeared in front of it. Even though he is going at cat-like speed, that's absurd. That really, really is. That's horrible. That is awful. Oh, it's such a brutal murder, this. It really, really is. Even the people that had the kindness to care for him, they've just been killed in the end. Yeah, good one. Yeah, because Genji had pulled Shannon again, and the two of them had fallen to the ground in a defensive yeah, god, that really just shows how hard he's actually pulling him, and pulling her even. Yep, that is not Kanon. There is no way. Nice reflexes you see in old furniture. Gorda. Oh my god! What is he doing? Even Gorda was no fool. Even if he couldn't fully understand what was going on. Yeah. He at least realised that if this Kanon wasn't seized... Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. More than peril. Yeah, it happened with... The same thing that happened to Nanjiro and Kumasawa would happen to him. Yeah, his own life would be in peril. Oh, he sprung at Kanon with his huge body. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, pushing him up against the wall with all his weight and physical strength. Good. Good. This is either a really good thing or a really bad thing. Oh. Yeah, why is this Kanon? Why would he show that much disrespect to his superiors? Let go, fat ass. Oh my god. Oh no! Another purple curve was drawn from the tips of the fingers. What? On Kanon's right hand. Oh god, yeah. Oh, that's awful. Another person dead. And when he raised that hand like a sword, aiming for Gorda's back, there was a loud yeah! Because Kanon's right hand had been pinned to the... What? He couldn't tear his palm away from the wall. Sticking out from it was the knife Genji had thrown. Wow! Oh my god, I know. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Under normal circumstances, it would have been surprising to see somebody as old as Genji handle a knife so skillfully. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but in this abnormal space, nobody paid it much mind. Yeah, there are more important priorities they should be thinking about. Oh, that's absurd. So he basically just puts his hand up and then it gets stabbed by the knife that Genji has thrown. That's ridiculous. He has some properly useful aim. My god. Yeah, that's really, really good. That is really good.
Genji-sama, これを
Genji-sama. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Do the spider thing. Genji-sama, take this. Right, who is behind Kanon here? Who is impersonating him? Genji took the handkerchief with the spider web stuck to it from Shannon. As he approached Kanon, who was pinned to the wall by Gorda's massive body. And then, oh, yeah, that's really convenient. Yeah, it's like a crucifixion. Stop it. You've literally killed 2 people. You can't say anything. Why do you think you have any right when you have killed 2 people? Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I think he's definitely died. Who is behind him, though? Or are they not going to leak their design? Oh my god, a proper sound of disintegration. When Kanon pushed the handkerchief up against Kanon's face. Oh, Genji even. Yeah, there was a sound just like the setting meat on a red hot iron plate. Oh yeah, that's understandable. What about the crunching of ice? Of course, the smell was the same too. Oh god, yeah, and he was horribly burned, festering in filthy red and black, and crying out in his death throes. Kanon's body burst open and scattered. That is weird. Oh, yeah, that is interesting. That actually kind of surprises me, the fact that this is Beatrice's doing, but if she can literally possess people that have died, well, it's a really, really good move because nobody has known the fact that Kanon has died. No, but this adds so much depth to the mystery of, for example, Chapter 1. Could there have been possessed people that have maybe deceived the flow of the story? Oh, God, that is weird. It was almost as though a balloon filled with gold leaf had popped. Yeah. The entire servant room was completely buried under a storm of gold leaf. Now a cloud of gold butterflies. I wonder if they're actually going to materialise into... Oh, damn it! Yeah, those butterflies began to softly fade, as though into the water, or rather into the empty air itself. And afterwards, all that was left was the 3 survivors sitting on their butts, stained with blood. Yeah. However, not everyone was merely stained with blood. Oh my god, that is such a brutal way of putting it, but it reflects the brutality brilliantly. That's true. I mean, god, yeah, some of them were lying on the ground, spurting out blood themselves.
Kumasawa.
God, yeah, Kumasawa.
Nanjo sensei.
Dr. Nanjo. Yep. Oh god, slits so sharp that they look like they could cut your finger if you touch. Jesus Christ. Open wide and large amounts of blood kept pouring out. God. That's oh my god, I know. What was that just now? Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I really do wonder. But Beatrice, judging by the golden butterflies, God. Yeah, have you been injured? I'm fine. Both of these guys know, but what did we just see? What happened? I know I pushed the thing against this wall with my own hand, but... Understandable. It's just so unexplainable, genuinely. It doesn't follow any conventions of what should be happening in, like, remotely normal human terms. Like, genuinely, all of this is so odd. It makes no sense. It really, really doesn't. God fucking damn. That's absurd. So they were literally lying out on the ground, spurting blood out, and they had slits so sharp that, you know, they could completely cut a finger off. I mean, my god, I'm just trying to imagine how incomprehensibly sharp that must be. God, I looked at his own hand. Oh yeah, he's probably just doubting what the fuck has actually happened. Yeah, the bright red blood that left him in his scuffle with Kanon. He definitely... Oh, that's interesting. And yet Kanon was nowhere to be... Yeah, nowhere to be seen. Exactly, yeah, because he had disappeared. Yeah, he had transformed into gold butterflies and scattered. Ironic that. God, I had kept screaming alone with... Oh my god, I know. That must have been so... That must have not only been really fucking traumatizing and scary and just completely stress-inducing, but also fucking hell. That must have been terrible. Oh my god, I know! Sharon remained... Sorry, sobbed in front of Nanjo and Kumasawa's remain... That's so awful. Yeah, it is interesting that Genji is just one that... He either feels emotions, but he really doesn't convey them, or he is just totally desensitized to everything. Maybe the knife-throwing abilities could actually have some military connotations? I wonder. Ooh, is this... Oh, this is a new this is the interval. This isn't the screen that would actually be in, for example, a theory. When Bastila will be talking to Beatrice. 1:16. Right, this is going to be properly weird now. I really wonder how this is actually going to change the story. Oh my god. Yeah, so they've told the servants, and obviously they've definitely told them about Kanon's little weirdness. That's so awful. I feel so bad for the fact that these people were just so mercilessly murdered. Yeah, but this is Umineko, and secondly... Yeah, the epitaph. The epitaph existing would actually denote the fact that 2 others may be killed. I don't know, though. Maybe everything that happened here went wrong. It's so surprising that Shannon could instantly tell that this wasn't actually, Kanon, and obviously used her instinct to provide what would actually be the means of winning the event, though. It's so weird, though. Just a little paper towel soaked with, you know, loads of spiders, cobwebs. So weird. Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san were... What on earth are you talking about?
Shannon!
Oh my god, yeah, so lucky that she wasn't. Yeah, thank goodness you're safe. Oh my god, I don't know what would have happened to him. Oh my god, he would have been so sad. At least beforehand, he'd had his parents to calm down the loss, but now he doesn't. George-sama. Oh god, yeah. George-kun, be quiet for a second. Yeah, definitely, yeah. A murder occurred before your very eyes, right? Yeah. Oh, that's the worst thing, though. It was Kanon, but at the same time, it wasn't Kanon. Or not. That is, Yeah, how should I explain? I know, that's the really weird thing. Even as professional of a man as Genji is saying this, we cannot adequately explain what has happened in front of us. Yeah, he can't even take in the fact that, you know, it's happened right before their eyes, but it has! By the way, why does Gorda have, like, the biggest face ever? Like, the biggest and most wide grin? Well, not the most wide grin, but expression here. It's just really quite weird. His sprite looks so cheesy. It was right in front of my eye. Yeah. However, it was, what was it? Yeah, even I don't understand. Yeah. What do you say? Oh yeah, it would sound like total jargon to Rosa, but obviously we understand it. What are you saying? Well, Beatrice sounded exactly like Kanon, and she also showed an impossible level of pain tolerance. Yeah, she wasn't just doing a Kanon cosplay, especially because of the fact that, you know, she literally perfected the voice if that would be the case. I don't really think many cosplayers perfect the voice of their anime character.
行方不明になっているカノン君かのどちらかしかありえない。
Yeah,
男か
Canon.
女か
Was it a man or a
そ
woman?
れだけでも答えられるでしょう。
Yeah, you should be able to tell me at least that much, right?
ローザおばちゃん、少し落ち着けって。
Is it a man or a woman though? That is actually a really good question. It would be a man normally, but at the same time, this man was possessed by a woman. So what is it? A man or a woman? If a man is possessed by a woman, then what gender are they?
目の前で二人やられりゃ、誰だって混乱だってする。
Anyone would be confused if two people were taken. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. She needs to probably calm down because of the fact that obviously she assumes that they're just going to be in their, you know, most rational state to talk it out. But no, I mean, Batilla's logic is alright, but at the same time, he doesn't realise the truly supernatural occurrences they've actually been through.
ゲンジさん、
I mean, that is just genuinely so weird. Like, you literally had like purple sort of neon like nails that could obviously completely make somebody's neck gush out blood. Ow! It must have been so painful. Gordo-san,
焦ら
Ginji-san.
なくていいぜ。
Yeah, nice one. There's no need to
何があ
rush.
ったのか、順を追って話してくれ。
Tell us what happened, one thing at a time.
それが何を
Yeah,
私
how
は
to
言え
say
ば
that?
いい
How
の
should I
か
say it? Does Nanjo and Kumasawa-san had a big Yeah. We understood that much. Yeah, exactly, and it seemed that it had occurred in front of these people's eyes. But even so, they spoke awkwardly. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh, it really wouldn't look good on them. I mean, obviously, they're totally shocked from what they have done, but how do they know this shock isn't induced by the fact that they've murdered? They admitted that they had definitely seen the crime with their own eyes, but when asked to explain what they had seen, their mouths went suddenly shut. Yeah, interesting that, yeah. I can understand why Aunt Rosa was irritated and flaring up. Yeah, fair.
シャノン。 君は見たのかい？
Yeah, Shannon, did you see
南
it?
條先生が襲われるところ。
When Dr. Nanjo was attacked? Yeah, she did! Yes.
はい。
Yeah, I wonder if he's actually going to be able to explain what the fuck has happened.
僕に教えて。
Tell me.
分かることだけでもいい。
Yeah, just what you
一体
understand.
何があったの？
Yeah, what in the world happened?
勝手口に
Someone came
来たんです。
to the back door. Yeah! Yeah,
そうです。
that's right.
勝手口に誰かがやってきたんです。
Someone came up to the back
そして
door.
誰だろうと
Yeah.
私は扉を開けました。
Then, wondering who it was, I opened the door.
勝手口に誰か
Someone at the back door.
それは誰
Oh!
最後まで言わせてやれ。
Yeah, let them finish.
それから、
And after that?
そいつは血まみれで大怪我をしていました。
Interesting that they're now actually specifically saying that it's Canon. The person was stained with blood and had a large wound. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
使用人室に運び、すぐに南條先生が手当てをしました。
We carried that person to the servant room and Dr. Nanjo immediately began first aid.
とても深い傷で
Exactly.
した。
Yeah, it was a very deep
だか
wound.
らそれは誰のことなの
Yeah, like I said, who are you talking about?
わからないんです。
Oh, interesting, I don't know.
確かに最初はそうだと思っていました。
Certainly, at the beginning, I thought that was the case.
今でもそうだと思ってるん
No,
で
I
す。
still think
で
that.
もあれは一体
But what in the world was
わ
that?
からない。わからない。
I don't know. Yeah. He can't even voice the fact that this is Kanon's voice. Kanon's body, just because of the fact that he is so fucking confused himself. In a manner that didn't match his large body. Goda held his head and scratched it. God damn, yeah. I don't blame him. Yeah, I didn't have a clue if he was confused because he couldn't remember, or because he... Yes, that, or because he'd seen something terrifying and couldn't accept it. Yeah, and Shannon looked the same way. If she let her guard down, what she'd seen just a short while ago would quickly melt away like a daydream. Yeah, and she wouldn't be able to remember anything. I mean, good logic, but at the same time, bad. Because of the fact that this is one of the most impressionable events that has probably ever happened to her. Oh, maybe not then. That's what she looked like. Yeah, only Genji looked as composed as usual. So the question was naturally directed at him. Yeah, understandable, yeah. God, and that really shows something. However, even Genji took quite some time before he spoke and had to gather his thoughts.
Genji-san.
Genji-san.
あなたは見たんでしょ
You saw it, right?
勝手口に来たのは誰
Oh God, how forceful is she being? Who came in through the back door?
はじめ、私たちはその人物がカノンであると信じました。
At first, we believed that the person was Kanon. I think it's really, really good that he's saying we believed. They're not totally taking their sight for something that is literal. Because it looks like they can't trust what they're seeing. Oh, you see?
やっぱり生きていたでしょ
No, he wasn't. He died.
私の推理は正しかった
Nah.
はじめはってことは
Yep.
後にその認識は変わるってこと
Yep, somebody with common sense. By at first, you mean that your impression changed later, right?
はい。
Yes.
その後に起こったことは口で
Yeah,
は説明
understandable.
でき
Yeah, I
ません。
cannot explain with words what happened after that.
南條先生と熊沢を殺し、そして姿を消しました。
Yeah, killed Kumasawa. Sorry, he killed Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa then disappeared.
その時、彼は間違いなくカノンではありませんでし
He was never Kanon. At that time, he definitely was not Kanon.
そう
Yes,
そうなんです。
that's right.
源氏さんの言う通りなんですよ。
Yeah, it's just a Genji-san
口
says.
ではとても説明できない。
Yeah, you really couldn't explain it with it. Understandable.
君も
Inconceivable
同
terror.
じ意見なのかい
Do you have the same opinion?
はい、
Yes.
私も同じことしか申し上げられません。
I think it's very interesting that they're really... I think they may actually be purposefully ignoring the aspect of magic, and I think that's just so that people don't really have another layer of complexity to their suspicions and trials, if you like. Magic. If we give their claims the benefit of the doubt, it means that Aunt Dozar's first conclusion was correct. No, it can't be. Oh, I want to see the logic battle with Beatrice and Battler. Conan had appeared near the back door to the kitchen with a serious injury. Yeah, then he had been taken to the servant room and cared for. Yeah, and after that something terrified had happened. So were those people so convinced that Kanon-kun couldn't possibly have done such a thing? Oh no, I know that's the worst thing, because obviously you'd have to be in the scene to really understand the proper extent to which Kanon is just different and weird. That they'd started to suspect whether it had even been Kanon-kun at all. In other words, that means Kanon-kun did not appear. Did appear. Yeah, he did, but not in the real form of Kanon. No matter how confused they are, no matter how they muddle their words, that's what it means in the end. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So does that mean, after all, Kanon-kun used the same trick to escape that room, even though it was locked? Yeah. It is interesting that you could think that, and that doesn't matter anymore. Oh yeah, fair, yeah. The real problem is that Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san were killed. Aunt Dota has claimed that Kanon-kun was behind this from the very beginning. No matter how confused these people are, no matter how much they try to deny it, yeah, that's the worst thing, because it really is adding a lot of credibility to the fact that Kanon's the murderer. No matter how confused these people are, no matter how much they try to deny it, they're halfway confirming that she was right. Yeah, definitely, yeah. But even so, for some reason, I felt like their awkwardness, couldn't be explained by confusion. Agreed, total trauma. What did they see? Yeah, like they said, did they really see something that couldn't be explained with what? Yes. Aunt Doza, who decided that further talk wouldn't get us anywhere. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Concluded that she wanted to check the two bodies. Oh, that's really quite interesting, saying the fact that even though they're really confused, the fact that they did objectively see Kanon does prove a bit, but it doesn't actually. That was something I've been wanting to do too. Yeah, fair. The witnesses have been unable to figure anything out, but they have been shaken. Yeah. If those of us who hadn't been at the scene calmly looked at the corpses, we might find something. No, you wouldn't. No. Yeah, fair enough actually. But it was also a little surprising to learn that Aunt Dossa was concerned about the bodies. How come? Even at this point, I still wanted to use any clues I could to find to expose the culprit and the truth myself. Yeah, definitely. But it should have been different in Aunt Dossa's case. Hasn't Aunt Dossa prioritised staying safe over finding the guy? That's fair enough, actually. Yeah, why is she risking deliberately going to the place that the murderer has actually been in the past? Like, what if the murderer's there again? I couldn't really see why she would go to all of the trouble of leaving our barricade in the parlour just because she wanted to check the bodies. No, that is really weird. The only thing that's really bad, we can't trust anything odd anymore because it could potentially be possession by Beatrice. Oh god, that's the worst thing. We will all go to the servant room together. Yeah, but at the same time, this really sounds like Aunt Dossa. So, it's just really got out of character though, the fact that she's prioritising survival over safety though. It's quite surprising. We will all go to the servant room together. If we all move together, it will be safe. Maria, stop playing with scribbles.
Oh,
not scribbles. Oh! I'm solving Beatrice's puzzle. Oh, God. Beatrice's puzzle? What's that? Show me too. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Aunt Dossa, are you bringing Maria-chan too? It seemed that Drozaniki was against the idea of bringing Maria to the bloody crime scene. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah. But considering that Maria would be all alone if left here, yeah, it would be surely safer to take Maria with her. I know, that's the worst thing. Yeah. In the end, it was just Aniki's irresponsible humanism. Yeah, fair. But by being more of a humanist, you're also making it so that they have a higher possibility of dying. So, yeah, I don't really think that's very human rights orientated. We decided that all of us, including Maria, would go to the servant room. Right. Right, this is going to be really quite interesting to see what's happened here. I hope we get a CG. It doesn't look like we will. Still. Oh my god, I really wonder what Beatrice's puzzle was. Maybe it could actually be what these guys are trying to solve here. And this is Maria's sort of doing the theoretical analysis of it, where these guys are kind of doing the real life version of it. Or at least trying to solve it. Fucking kill yourself, you little cunt. Actually, I should probably be like a sensible person and turn my phone on. Actually, I'm going to charge my phone real quick. Well, even though that was annoying as hell, at least I've remembered to charge my phone, which I rarely do. The bed in the servants' room was stained with bright red blood. Oh god, that must be really quite awful. I mean, I wonder what colour it normally is. I think it's a white colour. Yeah, no, not just the bed. God damn. I'll tell you what this reminds me of. Yep, I've already seen it. Yeah, it reminds me of this. I don't know why. Sayo no Uta. It kind of reminds me of that as well. But it just really reminds me of this because of the vivid description of, you know, the blood being everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, god, that is disgusting though. Seeing a room that is just so, it should be so clean and well maintained like this. That Drebble scene alone was enough to give us an idea of the repulsive site they have been. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah. They've been trying to describe. Yeah. No, you don't. I want to look too. Well, she probably be totally desensitized. Yeah, good one. I think that's really responsible of George to do. But obviously, he doesn't really understand how weird of a kid Maria is, i.e. she could probably look at this and not care if it had some sort of relation to Beatrice. Wait here with me. Jordan Yuki was standing by the entrance, covering Maria. Oh, yeah, that's a really good thing to do. Yeah, covering Maria's eyes with his back to the room. Yeah, good one. Yeah, he probably didn't want to dirty an innocent girl's retinas with the repulsive blood in this room. Yeah, it would. I mean, if Maria was a normal girl and she didn't actually have this weird, like, alternate witch persona that didn't really make her care about gruesome sights like this, she would be scarred for life, let's be honest. That was surely the correct decision. I was acting tough right now, so I didn't mind. But for the rest of my life, whether I see red paint scattered around... Yeah, I know. I'll probably remember this room and start to vomit. Understandable, yeah. Yeah, my retinas have already had this room burned into them. Burn this. I know a song called Burn This Moment into the Retina of My Life. In other words, it's already too late for me. Yeah, when a sight is burned in, it will never leave. Huh? Where did they... Right after they entered the servant room, Guata-san and Shannon-chan trembled. Don't tell me they've disappeared. We shook, wondering what horrible situation had arisen to make them tremble again. What? Yeah, what happened? What is it? Aunt Dosa also shouted, raised her gun high, and searched for whatever it was that had made them shudder. Don't tell me they aren't there. but she couldn't find it. It was only natural. They were trembling because they couldn't find it! I think you can just so tell the true nature of the game that Beatrice is playing with these guys at the moment. Holy fuck. Hey, what on the world's going on? Yeah!
二人の遺体がありません。
The two bodies aren't hit. Yeah.
どういうことなの？
What does this mean? This means that they've somehow been moved. But exactly how?
確かにお二人はここに。
Yeah, definitely. And it really gives you the question. If there was absolutely nobody here, then who the fuck could have actually moved these bodies?
おいおいおい。
Wait.
なんだよ。死体がどこかへ歩いてったってのか。
Well, we saw Kanon. I mean, he's not exactly the most dead corpse ever. What the hell? Are you saying that the corpse has just walked off
そ
somewhere?
んなわけないだろ。
That couldn't happen, right?
だってこの使用人室は施錠されてたんだろ。
Yeah. I mean, wasn't the servant room locked?
それを今ゴーダさんが開けて入ったわけじゃないか。
Yeah, didn't you unlock the door when he came in just now, Gorda-san?
ってことはなんだ。
Yeah, so what does that mean?
ジェシカの部屋と同じってことかよ。
Isn't this the same as Jessica's room?
また密室の中から消えたってのかよ。
Yeah, I know. That's interesting. It really is. Yeah, someone's disappeared from inside in a closed
そ
room
ん
again.
なバカな。
It's ridiculous.
私にも何のことやらさっぱり。
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't have a clue what happened either.
私たちはこの部屋を出るとき、確かに鍵をかけて。
Exactly, yeah. When we left this room, we definitely locked it.
私こそ何が何やらもうわからないのです。
Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going on anymore. There's a timid, pitiful smile on Gorda-san's face that he definitely wouldn't reflect Shannon normally. Yeah, interesting that. Yeah, Shannon was the same.
二人の死体が消えた。
I know! Two corpses
し
disappeared.
かも鍵をかけたのに消えた。
Yeah, and furthermore, they disappeared when the door was
仮に
locked.
カノン君が犯人だとしても、カノン君はマスターキーをもう持ってな
Yeah,
い
yeah,
は
yeah,
ず。
true. To be fair, he could have stolen one very easily, but they should really check to see the validity of that statement.
違います。
That's wrong.
カノン君は犯人じゃありません。
Oh, that's interesting. Kanon-kun isn't the culprit.
シャノン
Oh, she's gonna say that the witch is actually possessed
僕
Kanon.
はシャノンを信じるよ。
I believe Shannon.
カノン君は犯人なんかじゃない。
Kanon-kun is not the
きっとこ
culprit.
れは彼によく似た何者かの仕業なんだ。
Yeah, who? This must be the doing of someone who looks a lot like him. Well, you're the most similar. George is actually, out of all of these people, the most similar looking person to Kanon. But obviously, it would be impossible for it to be him. So yeah, that theory is totally ridiculous. That'd be really quite funny if he did do something like that. I mean, to be honest, the person that you would least suspect, i.e. George, the person that would show the most genuine kindness, he could be the best murderer in theory. But at the same time, I don't really think anyone rational would think that George is a murderer.
Kanon君はマスターキーを手に入れられたわよ。
Agreed, yeah, no, Kanon-kun could have got a master key.
だって彼のマスターキーはジェシカちゃんの遺体のポケットから見つかった。
After all, his master key was found in the pocket of Jessica
そして
Chan's corpse.
その鍵は誰が手に入れた？
And who took that key?
そうだ。
That's right.
南條先生が。
Oh, it was Dr. Nanjo. That's right. Back then, it definitely was Dr. Nanjo who searched through Jessica's clothes and found the master key. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Check if he has the master key. So if somebody had the opportunity to search oh, but they don't have the corpse, I completely forgot about that. Had the opportunity to search Dr. Nanjo's corpse, it would have been easy for them to take the master key back. Yeah. Also searched under the bed and in the locker. By now, I also understood what that meant. If you assume there are two culprits, this can easily be explained. Yeah, the first person was Kanon-kun, or maybe an imposter who looked like him, when the imposter is sus. he finished off Dr. Nanjo and ran off somewhere. Yeah, I don't really think that's likely, but to be fair, it could be. Yeah, the second person, probably the 19th person, Beatrice, whose location was unknown. That person hid under the bed in the servant room beforehand. Oh, really? And while Dr. Nanjo's body was enshrined here, they waited for Genji-san and the rest to leave. Oh, yeah, oh my god, I'm so tired at the moment. Oh, god. Yeah, this is a theory, not, like, actuality. Yeah, that's fair enough actually. So basically Konon comes in. Konon comes in, obviously he's let in by the servants, and then he kills Dr. Nanjo, gets the master key, and then obviously with the master key he can use it to escape and go to anywhere he wants, really. But the only thing is that would be assuming the fact that it actually was Konon. And he did actually disappear, as opposed to literally having disappeared by, I don't know, just materializing into butterflies. Which I don't really think is going to come up on these guys' agendas. Then later they called out, took the master key from Dr. Nanjo's pocket. Oh yeah, that is actually a really quite interesting theory. So Konon and Beatrice could have potentially been acquaintances, and that's ironic when you know what kind of has happened. Yeah, back from Dr. Nanjo's pocket and carry the two corpses away for some reason. Yeah, for some reason. If they didn't lock the door with the master key, you'd end up with a closed room. Yeah, I suppose so, because obviously you have two corpses that, well, you have two people that you know aren't there, and obviously you have two bodies that have been very mysteriously taken away. Oh, this is going to be interesting here. I'm interested to see Beatrice's perspective on this, because at the moment I kind of get the impression that she's really hitting it where it's weakest, and she is totally it's just totally seeming like a game at this point. You know, senselessly murder people's lives. Wow, how cool, how funny. That is an interesting theory, though, that Nanjo is in cahoots with Beatrice. But at the same time, that's also, like, a totally ridiculous. Beatrice is the person that Nanjo hated the most. I mean, she literally was the thing that possessed him, I think. I don't even know. Yeah, I suppose it could be a closed room.
ジェシカの部屋の推理を前提になかなか素早く組み立ててきたものよ。
You can shut that one pretty fast, basing it off of your reasoning from Jessica's
その
room.
方法なら魔法でなくても密室は作り出せよ。
Yeah, I suppose so. With that method, you could create a closed room even without
まずは
magic.
及第点というところか。
Should it give you passing
し
marks?
かし実に面白いが。お前は一つ忘れてはならぬことがあるぞ。
Interestingly enough, there's one thing you mustn't forget.
お前の言う方法で犯人がマスターキーを取り返したなら、
If the culprit took back the master keys you suggested.
その犯人はマスターキーを。
Yeah, that they have been killed. They must have known that
ジェ
Nanjo...
シカの遺体から南條が回収したことを知っていたことになる。
And that is very, very true. How could that have been done? It all depends on where he could have put it. Nanjo, let me just get a full view on his sprite. Which one's Nanjo? Okay, I'm sorry, this is really creepy. He wears reasonably baggy clothing. My assumption is, especially if he put it in his lab coat, maybe the outline of the key could have actually been visible from there. But at the same time, how do you know that Nanjo has done it? If that's the case, then this murder, which would, you know, it's been executed so flawlessly, it would have had to have required loads of planning. And I don't really think the time frame in which everyone was killed and Nanjo had actually took the master key was enough time. So, yeah. Yeah, how could they have?
言われなくても分かってるぜ。
You don't have to tell me that.
あの時、あの場にいた人物以外知り得ない情報だって言ってんだろ。
And that would mean that the murderer is either one of them or is in cahoots with one of them. Maybe it's not one of them definitively. No, definitely even. Why did I say definitively?
この第三の密室があっさり破られちまったもんで、そういう手で俺に闇を言うしかねえんだろ。
It's actually really quite interesting that you can explain with the master keys this theory, but at the same time it just doesn't really make sense that, you know, they knew Nanjo had a master key. Like, who the hell is this if they knew? It says closed room was clutched so fast that you're stuck trying to make hurtful remarks.
同じネタの繰り返しは芸がないぜ。
Yeah, there's no art in repeating content over and over. I may have managed to bluff, but that move of the witch's hurts bad. Yeah, I can tell that I'm cracking under the thing I want to deny the most. Yeah, it's actually really quite interesting. He's really, really looking as if he is a really brave and composed guy, but at the same time, in reality, yeah, not really. How's Beatrice going to completely destroy Battlealo, I wonder? Yeah, this person's trying to close in on me from two directions. On one hand, there's the frontal attack where she tries to force me to believe there's a witch using a closed room tricks that only a witch can do. I know, yeah. And on the other hand, there's the rear attack where she tries to lure me into wanting a witch to exist. Well, that's actually really quite interesting. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that fully makes sense because obviously he wouldn't want the pain of suspecting people that are really close to him, thus leading him to believe in the witches more. Because of the means of reassurance, really. In the first closed room, the chapel, she used the frontal attack, but it didn't work on me. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, because obviously he did actually crack that closed room. And the thing is, the closed room about the second case, it doesn't make sense at all if you don't use magic. It does, to be fair, if you think that Kanon was the person who had done it. But it doesn't when you realise that Jessica had owned the master key. But it does when you then think that Kanon could have maybe had a spare master key. Or an accomplice. So I don't know. It's impossible to tell. We don't have enough circumstantial evidence. So for the second closed room, and now on the third closed room, she's definitely changing the direction of her attack. Yeah, how is Battler going to change this defense though? Sorry, defense. However, the fact that she is changing the direction of her attack proves that my resistance is having some effect. That's fair enough. I mean, good thing, but at the same time a bad thing as well. And she must have given up on the frontal attack because she can't win with it. Interesting. I tried to settle my unease by thinking these things. Oh, but apparently the witch had seen through me long ago. And to be fair, I remember Beatrice saying that, you know, those parts were only the beginnings. They were...
成功法は書かぬ
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, definitely. I will not abandon my frontal attack.
絡めては成功法と同時に進めてこそ意味がある
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I suppose that's fair enough. A rear attack only has meaning because it advances at the same time as the front.
絡めてのみに出する
That
は
goes with every attack,
手
really.
段が目的となった時に起こる愚策に過ぎぬぞ
If I were to degenerate into only using the rear attack, it would merely result in a foolish plan where my means have become my goal.
そうですかい。
Really?
じゃあお得意の赤で何者かが使用人室に隠れていたを復唱してもらおうじゃないか。
Oh, yep, that's interesting. Well then, why don't you repeat that? Someone was hiding in the servant room using that red. You're so proud. You're so proud of. I like that.
「その必要はない」
There is no need.
お前の推理の前提は
Ooh.
今から崩れる
Oh, the premise of your theory is about to be destroyed.
お
Oh, really?
拒否かよ。
Hey, you refuse.
やっぱり誰かが隠れていたんだな。
Oh, that's the worst thing. So someone really is hiding.
ローザが今からお前の前提を崩す
Interesting. Rosa will destroy your premise right now. By the fact that there could have been nobody there
まあ
whatsoever.
耳を傾けてみよ
Come on, let's listen in. Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. I wonder how this theory is going to be totally crushed.
信じてくださいローザ様
Oh, yep, of course they're not being believed in whatsoever. Please believe us, Rosa-sama.
確かにここに2人の遺体を安置したんです
Yeah, the worst thing is that... Yeah, the two corpses were definitely
この
lying
床
here.
の真っ赤な血は彼らのものなの
Exactly,
です
yeah. Yeah, the bright red blood on the floor is theirs. Oh, Rosa began to search through various objects around the room. Her back to Gorda-san as he cried out in supplicate. God, yeah. Oh, interesting. Eventually she found something, and for a while stopped moving.
ローザ様
Yeah, I
私た
agree.
ちは断じて嘘などついては
Rosa-sama, we definitely are
間
lying.
違いなく2人の遺体はここにあったんで
Yeah,
す
I agree. I agree it is just genuinely so weird that they've been moved, but I think that's Beatrice's intervention.
静かに
Be quiet.
死体を隠した本人が死体はよそに持ち去ったと告白しているわ
Yeah, what? The person who had hid the corpses has confessed that they took them to another place.
これでね
What? With this? What? I was trying to a single sheet of paper over her shoulder.
それは一体
Handwriting analysis right now. What on earth is that?
まさか礼拝堂にあった
Oh my
のと
god.
同じ
Yeah, 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 definitely.
本
Yeah,
書
yeah,
院の
yeah.
封筒の手紙
Yeah, could that be a letter in the sealed envelope, just like in the chapel?
ええそうよ
Oh, yes, that's
堂々
right.
と置いてあったわ
Oh, yeah, it's actually really quite interesting. It really reminds me of the last murder the second to last murder. Well, no. The conditions that led to the second to last murder set happening in episode 1, i.e. when everyone is, you know, the envelope with the magic circle that predicts their downfall, that foreshadows it. Yeah, that is weird.
読むわね。
I'll read it! Oh, this is
後
gonna be
宮家の
interesting.
皆様、
Members of the Ushidomiya family and its household.
黄金の碑文の謎解きはいよいよ佳境に入りましたでしょうか。
God, that is a properly fucking weird echo. Have you now reached the climax of the riddle of the gold's epitaph?
皆さんに私を止めることができる唯一の方法が碑文の謎を解くことなのです。
I find it really quite interesting that these guys are obviously so caught out by the fact that obviously they're all going to fucking die that they forget about the epitaph's riddle. There is only one way you can all stop me, by solving the epitaph's
それ以
riddle.
外のいかなる方法をもってしても私と儀式を止めることはできません。
There are no other options left to you that will result in the suspension of my ceremony. Oh my god! Yeah, that's
くれ
interesting.
ぐ
They
れ
are
も
all
皆さ
dead.
んの目的をお間違いなきようよろしくお願い申し上げます。
Yeah, humbly understand. Humbly ask that you take care not to misunderstand your current
私を
situation.
探そうとも無駄。
Searching for me will prove useless.
私から逃れようとも無駄。
Attempting to escape will prove useless.
私を否定しようとも無駄なのです。
Try to deny me will prove useless.
黄金のベアトリーチェ。
Beatrice the Golden. Yeah, it is interesting that. I really wonder how the tables are going to turn after this. That's actually really quite interesting. Trying to deny me will prove useless. Yeah, there you go, Bachelor.
追伸
P.S.
2人の遺体を儀式にお借りします。
What? I borrowed those two corpses for my ceremony.
後
What
ほ
the
どご
fuck?
返却いたしますので、ご容赦をお願いいたします。
Oh, that is not good. I don't really know how a body as, let's be honest, fat as Nanjos is actually going to do this, but yeah, I think, who's the other guy? Oh, who's the other girl? Even Kumasawa. Oh, she's old. Nanjo's fat, Kumasawa's old. They're not really going to be able to do much, but at the same time, if with really, really magical power, they have the same level of threat that, i.e., Kanon and that Kanon did,
この
then
鍵は皆
that's
様
not
の
very
もの
good.
ですので、ご返却いたします。
Also, these keys belong to you, so I'll return them now. What? I suppose I read that aloud. The contents of the envelope lay exposed on the palm of her hand. What the fuck is those? 2 master keys? Oh, that is interesting. The 2 master keys. The master key that Nanjo had found in Jessica's pocket, which had originally been Kanon's. Yeah. And Kumasawa's master key. Kumasawa, interesting.
なんだと
Oh my god, I know! Okay, this is really, really weird. So, let's just think about what this means. Oh, it definitely... Yeah, that is really weird, though. So if there are 2 master keys at once, then that means whoever could have been the culprit must have been doing a little bit of a collection. Firstly, how have they got Nanjo's, well, I suppose they've stolen those ones, but at the same time it doesn't really make sense. Like, they've killed them, they've stolen the master keys, and then they've given them back. Like, what sense would that make? What would they do with the master keys if they've just given them back? Oh, it doesn't make sense at all. So what does that mean?
叫んなよ、またかよ
Oh, god damn you
ま
again.
たマサキを持ってる使用人しか疑えないってのかよ
Yeah, god, I suppose so. That's the worst thing. Yeah, you're saying I can only suspect the servants with the keys again. Maybe
わら
Nanjo?
わは
I
赤
don't
で
know.
は言ってはおらぬぞ。
Oh, that's interesting. That just totally makes the game so much harder. I won't say it in red, okay?
彼らがこの部屋に施錠をして去った時、この部屋に何者かが隠れていた可能性を否
Yeah,
定
it
して
is
はおらぬぞ。
interesting, though. I won't deny the possibility that after they locked the door and left, somebody was hiding in this room, okay? I mean, I don't really see why Beatrice would be able to hide in this room. I mean, if anybody had done it, it would be most likely her, but at the same time, what would be the point of doing so? By the way, Kinzo's whereabouts. I wonder where his are. I really,
ベ
really
ッド
do.
の下にでも隠れれば死体をどこかへ運び出すのはできないことじゃない。
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really think Kinzo can carry corpses. Yeah, if they hid under the bed, it still would have been possible for them to carry the corpses somewhere.
しかしそれじゃ施錠ができない。
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been able to lock the door. Yeah,
わざわ
yeah,
ざ手に入
definitely.
れたマスターキーをここへ置いてっちまってる。
I know! Yeah, the master key they went to, all that trouble to get was left right here. What is the bloody
そう
point?
だ、忘れてた。
That's right, I forgot it.
この部屋の本来の鍵である使用人室の鍵はどうなってい
Ooh,
る？
yeah, what about the keys specifically for this room and the servant room keys?
それなら使用人室の奥のキーボックスに収められているぞ。
Those are kept in the key box in the center of the servant room.
使用人室の鍵は数本あるが、そのすべてがキーボックスに収められている。
Oh, that's really, really bad. So, yep, no servant keys could have possibly been used. Interesting. I mean, you could say that Kinzo hid, but at the same time, that's totally ridiculous. I do wonder what Kinzo's actually doing at the moment. He's probably just reading. Reading while everyone around him dies. Yeah, exactly. How could they have locked the door if these keys were here? Mm.
ってことは
Exactly, yeah. It's an impossible closed room.
状況は何も変わらないってことか。
Yeah, which means the situation is exactly the same as Jessica's room.
使用人も便利なマスターキーがあれば不要な鍵はわざわざ
By
持
the
ち
way,
歩
I
かな
really,
い
really
の
do
か。
wonder what the ceremony Beatrice actually having is. I wonder, firstly, how that increases her power and what it does and why she's doing it as well. Well, to alleviate boredom, let's be honest here, but still. It's not like the servants would walk around with an unnecessary key when they have those convenient master keys.
キーボックスにしまわれっぱなしになってるのも納得だぜ。
I can't accept that they're all in the key boxes. And yeah, if anything, she literally said it in red.
その他の条件も何も変わらぬ。
And the other conditions remained unchanged as well.
出入りは唯一の扉と唯一の窓から以外は
The single window, to be fair, maybe something could have actually... It depends where the window's actually able to be locked from. Maybe it's locked on the inside.
ゆえに隠し扉などの不正規な出入り手段は否定される。
Yeah, that's quite convenient. Therefore, hidden doors and irregular methods of entry cannot
喜
exist.
べ名探偵ども。
Yeah, rejoice, great detectives.
そしてそれらはいずれも施錠されてい
I
る。
love that she's just totally, like, saying fuck you to anybody actually trying to theorize this. Those are both locked.
扉も窓も施錠時にはいかなる出入りも許さない。
Oh. Yep, that is a little bit tricky. Yeah, so basically it's an entirely closed room, and we have been confirmed that in red. The door and the window do not permit any kind of entry or exit when they are locked.
つまり施錠を維持したまま 扉を外す、隙間を作ってすり抜けるなどなどは通用しないということだ。
Yeah, that really is tricky. So it wouldn't work to remove the door and make a crack. Oh yeah, make a crack to slide in through or anything like that while the lock is still set. Oh, yeah, I see that.
扉の解錠は
Yeah, that is
使用人室
tricky.
の鍵とマスターキー以外は不可能。
And obviously it is impossible to unlock the door without a servant room key or the master key.
毎回これを読み上げるのも面倒だの。
Oh, that's interesting because of the nature of her games being so similar and her really trying to make Battler give in by just giving deliberately impossible scenarios for a human to have committed. She really is repeating herself.
今度これをまとめて一言に略す言葉でも考えよう。
Sooner or later I should think of a word to put this all together and abbreviate it.
だがこの部屋に誰かが隠れていたことは復唱できねえだろ。
It is interesting that he's taking advantage of the things that she can't repeat. But you can't repeat that somebody was hiding in this room.
しかしそれだけだ。
Yes, definitely, yeah.
密室の扉が破れない。
Yeah, however, that alone won't break open the door of a closed room. Yeah, if nobody was hiding in there. If nobody was hiding there and they had no keys to the room. Yeah, if somebody was hiding to the room, they could have obviously got out via Kumasawa or Nanjo, but obviously, yeah, the door was kind of locked, so they couldn't have done so. I know, it's so tricky. Like, how do you solve that? God, he's raging.
ダメだ。全然ダメだ。
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, of course she's loving it.
お得意のチェス盤をひっくり返すとやらはどうした？
Oh, that is actually really quite interesting. He's just knowing that he's being so awfully played at the moment, and he's kind of given up because of the impossibility
自
of
慢の
solving
陳
this.
説をぜひ披露してみよ。
Please announce your boastful strange theory.
チェス盤をひっくり返す。
Spin the chessboard.
俺が犯人ならどうする？
What would I do if I were the culprit?
死体をどこかへ運び出す。
But at the same time, how do you create the closed room mystery if you carry the corpses off somewhere? You carry the corpses somewhere there, but at the same time, where?
手紙を残す。
I leave a letter.
内側から鍵を閉める。
I lock the door from the
こ
inside.
こから何かの方法で部屋を脱出すればいいんだ。
Yeah, then I just have to escape this room by some means.
くそ。そん
It
な
isn't
方法はあるのか。
No, because of the fact that there are no means of escape apart from having locked the door, said in red. It's
扉
not.
と窓以外
It
から
can't be.
外に出られないと赤で言われちまってる。
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I was told in red that you can't get outside except through the window or door.
あ、
Oh. At that moment, I got it. That's right. The culprit carried away the corpses, left the letter. And since they didn't use a hidden door, they weren't able to escape. That's it. This isn't a question, it's an answer.
ベアト、
Berto.
復唱要求の前にお前の言う隠し扉の定義を確認したい。
What's he thinking? Before I ask you to repeat anything, I want you to check the definition of hidden doors that you're using. Interesting. I really don't understand this.
何を思いついたやら。
Oh, don't tell her! What have you thought
よ
of?
かろう。説明する。
Very well, I'll explain.
隠し扉とは知らぬ人間が認識できぬ出入り口のことであろうが。
A hidden door refers to an entrance or exit that cannot be recognized as such by those who don't know of it beforehand, of course.
そんなこと子供でも知っておろう。
Good God, yeah, try to insult him. Yeah, I wonder what he's actually thinking. Why does he need to know
つまり
that?
部屋の外に出られなかったらそれは隠し扉じゃないってことだよな。
So in other words, if you can't get outside the room with it, it isn't a hidden door.
ほう、そうきたか。
So that's your game.
俺は犯人は密室から抜け出したものだとばかり思っていた。
That's actually really quite interesting. So he's saying that if a door does go outside, then sure it's hidden. But if it's just one that somebody doesn't really know about and it goes to another place within the mansion, then could it actually be a hidden door? My god, if that's the case, she is such a trickster. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily say. Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. I kept thinking there needed to be some way for the culprit to escape from the closed room.
違うんだ。
That's wrong.
犯人だって密室から脱出できなかったんだ。
Couldn't escape.
だから隠れてやり過ごそうとした。
Oh, that's interesting. So they decided to hide until we all left. During the second closed room, I tried applying this theory to Kanon-kun. Oh yeah, you couldn't whatsoever because everyone had actually been able to search. But at the same time, if there is a hidden door that obviously isn't hidden because it doesn't actually escape outside, let them escape outside and get out of the building. Yeah, despite people not knowing much about this, it is considered a hidden door, but it doesn't really serve the conventional purpose of a hidden door, which is basically what I'm assuming has happened. And yeah, that results in, obviously, yeah, this being a lot easier. After that, I proposed that a third person might have been in the room before escaping through a hidden door. Yeah. And then, for the first time, I was faced with the red claim that, yeah, no hidden doors exist. Now move from there to what I've just learned. The term hidden door refers to things that make it possible to enter or leave a room. Yeah. It could be a door, but maybe it wouldn't actually have any means of entering or leaving a room. In other words, that category doesn't cover things that don't actually lead, in or out of the room, even if these things could never be recognised by people who didn't know anything about them beforehand. So if we had something like a hidden shelf or a secret closet, for example, that wouldn't count as a hidden door. Yeah, that's fair enough. That means that the third person from Jessica's room is hiding here, waiting for us to leave. How pathetic, it was all just a bit of wordplay. It is until you actually look. It all depends on whether there is actually somebody there, which I think is unlikely, let's be honest here. Looks like that technique should be enough to handle even this third closed room. I really wonder. If there's a hidden shelf under the bed or anything like that, that would be enough. No, it's actually really quite interesting that he's basically arguing that the alternate meaning of hidden door, like somewhere that obviously lets you enter and exit the place, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a hidden door to be hidden, because it may be really hidden, may may not actually be a means of exiting the place, but it still really is hidden, like a hidden door would be. Yeah, so it's just a hidden door, but without the escape aspect. Yeah, and I mean, it does explain quite a lot of the culprit's actually here. Because obviously that then denotes the fact that the culprit has never left. And that would explain the mystery of the closed room and why all of the keys are there as well. But at the same time, what's going to happen with the culprit if they actually... if, for example, the keys are taken, do they have extra? I'd assume they do. I hope they do. Yeah, the culprit is also trapped in this closed room even now. Oh, I know! Which means at this very moment, the culprit is still hiding in the servant room, holding that. Oh my god, I really want that. And that means what the hell? Oh my god, I know! Even though we've been tortured by closed rooms 3 times, at this very moment, we've actually gotten the culprit in checkmate. You sound as if you are so convinced. You can only tell. You can only tell when you've looked. This could be correct, but at the same time, we've had no confirmations in red, and secondly, it may just be a theory. Eat this, Beto! Repeat it. There is no one in this room other than us. Yeah. No word playing, hopefully. But also, I mean, Mijo-san, Iki, Maria, Dosa, Genji-san, Goda-san, and Shannon-chan got it? Yeah, I really wonder. What do you think? You can't say it, right? Ooh, I can't tell from that reaction. I bet that you hit it. I bet that hit you where it hurts. If you refuse, then sit down. Here comes the next one. Repeat it. I don't know how they're hiding. Exactly, yeah, but the fact that they're hiding could be a really, really good starter. But if they are, then this solves the second closed room. Jessica's room at the same time. It would. I mean, it would solve the fact that they are hiding, and they've obviously made it so that there has been no means whatsoever of escape, but at the same time, it wouldn't really explain how they've actually done it. But that's something you could have probably never known. Oh, I don't know, it's tricky. I finally caught her by the tail. With this, I can explain everything. We just don't exist, and I don't have the suspect anyway. He seems so overconfident. Alright, starting now, I'll spin it all round. Will you? Yeah! Now I'll have her repeat that. Oh! Yep. Oh, no one exists in this room except your group. Yeah. Yep, your group refers to Batora, George, Maria, Rosa, Genji, Gorda, and Shannon. You see the total fucking wrath that Beatrice has after this. That's absurd though. So Battler's very, if you ask me, it's credible until you realise how ridiculous it is. Yeah, I wasn't really convinced, to be honest. And now we definitely see why that was a good move. My god! I just love that he was so confident. I hate it though, whenever you feel as if, for example, in, I don't know, an exam question, you feel as if you've done everything totally correct. You're so confident, and then boom. Everything gets down upon you, rains down upon you. Eat this, Beto. That's the worst thing. How the hell do you prove this? How do you prove the fact that somebody has left? You could take it out of context and maybe say that a hidden door, there being no hidden doors, so that there's no hidden doors, but it could mean a hidden passage that Well, the thing is it would lead in and out, and that would have the same function as the door, so I don't really know if you can do so.
Let's go back
to Jessica's room.
ジェシカの死体発見時、
When
ジェシカの
Jessica's
部屋
gold was
にいたのは
discovered.
バトラ、ジョージ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジ、ゴーダ、シ
Interesting
ャノ
that
ン、
Cullen wasn't in there, by the way.
南條のみだった。
Yeah, only Batola, George, Mario, Rosa, Genji, Gorda, Shannon, Kumasawa, and Nanjo
お
were in
っ
the
と
room.
死体のジェシカももちろん含む。
Oh, yeah, I can't forget that. Which the cause of Jessica is also
よって
concluded.
ジェシカの部屋の件、そしてこの使用人の件の両方について
Yeah.
そなたが認識していた以外の人間は存在しない。
Yeah, therefore, both in the case involving Jessica's room and the one involving this servant room, no human exists that you're not aware of.
誰も隠れていない。
Nobody is hiding. It just entirely proves the impossibility of something like this. Unless there is magic, but yeah.
さらに言
That's
おう
what he really doesn't want to say. And I'll say once more.
扉は鍵を使用せずに外から
I know, that's
施
the
錠
trickiest
す
thing.
る方法は存在しない。
Could you maybe take this out of context? No method exists by which the door can be locked from the outside without using a key. Yeah, what else could actually let somebody in that isn't a door?
窓については外からはいかなる方法でも施錠する方法は存在しない。
God, I wonder how Battle is going to react. Regarding the window, no method exists by which it could somehow be locked from the outside. I think, to be honest, Battler's really going to get nowhere here. Maybe he should just try to solve the epitaph instead.
ついでに言おう。
And let me also say this.
そなたは無能だ。
God! In red as well! You're incompetent! That's in red as well? Really?
バカ野郎。それじゃ本当に3
I
つじゃ
know,
ねえか
that's
よ。
the worst thing. How do you argue against this?
せっかく思いついたのに。
Oh my god, I know, that's the worst thing. You have so much help and then it's hope, sorry, and then it's just completely shattered in front of your very eyes. And just when I finally managed to think of
お
a way
前が
out.
隠れていたんなら
Yeah.
全て説明がついたのに。
If you were hiding, that would fit
トリ
everything.
ックを打ち破るか
Exactly,
と
yeah,
思
yeah,
ったっ
definitely.
てのに。
Yeah.
くそ。
God, I wonder what he's going to do now. I mean, I find it interesting that the hopelessness of Battler is really increasing. Just when I thought I'd broken through your trick. Broken through to your trick. Damn it. Oh, God. God, is he... I can't tell if he's just screaming in rage or if he's really quite upset. Yeah, he's probably just upset about, you know, the fact that he can't solve the things that have literally killed his fucking families without believing in the witch, which he refuses to do. For a second, I thought I thought I had it. It was all useless. Yeah, damn it. I was so sure that I finally seen to. Oh my god, I know. Yeah. That I'd seen how she distracted me with her clever red wordplay and fooled me. It's a very logical assumption. Just when I thought I found a light in the darkness. Yeah, it disappeared. Just disappeared. Swallowed up. A blood red sea. Yeah, understandable. Oh my god, that is such a cool image. Wow. Red. Yeah, i.e. blood red as in red truth. Red. Is he... No one is hiding. And there's no hidden door. No way to get past the door. I can't tell if he's having an epiphany or maybe he's just despairing over the impossibility of this murder. And there's no hidden door. No way to get past the door. And no way to get past the door or the window while they're locked. Have you just proven that it's all impossible? Oh, that is interesting. Have the devil's proof been fulfilled? with a frontal attack. Impossible. That's impossible. Yeah. It is really, really weird though, yeah. Well, I suppose it kind of has been fulfilled because of the fact that, I don't know, you can't really prove whether it was a, well, you can prove the fact that it was a lost room, but at the same, sorry, a locked room, but at the same time you can't really prove that it wasn't. There is no means of proof that there was somebody that has done this attack that was human based, really. Oh god. Oh yep, she's totally taunting the victim. What's wrong with Shidomi Abatara? Oh my god. I know, that's the worst thing because of the fact that at the moment his human logic is just completely shattered. He can't possibly deny them. When you're so confident in your ability to deny witches. Why are you groveling and wringing out your bitter tears in a place like this? Oh god. Yes, what a truly splendid tactic. God, he wouldn't go that far. He wouldn't guilt trip her. No way. Oh god, yeah. Wait, hang on, I totally misinterpreted this. This is what you're trying to do, right? God, that's awful. So Batelua is failing so badly that Beatrice could drown in her laughter. God. This is logic as ridiculous as Batelua's logic sometimes. You're trying to make me laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh myself to death, right? God, she is a total bully. She really, really is, but she will mock the lost, the defeated as much as possible. God, I wonder how he's actually going to respond. How though? This is a complete locked scenario. There's nothing that you can possibly prove here that we know of at the moment. What are you calling magic? I'll definitely prove the witches don't exist. Jesus, God, I definitely won't believe in you. Use the power of magic. Oh god, yeah, understandable. Like, it's just really quite interesting that even if Batelua knows that he is cornered and it is impossible for the power of humanity to actually be proven over magic, he will still fight because of the fact that, you know, she has bullied and killed everyone. And I understand that. I mean, it's such a fucking horrible thing that she has done. She does it mercilessly. Like, she deserves this. And Batelua will do anything for that possibility to be fulfilled, really. God, yeah, definitely when he said that. Hey, Batelua. Right, return to Beatrice, please.
チェス盤をひっくり返してやるぞ。
Well, that's interesting. I really wonder what this is actually going to be. I'll spin the chessboard around
お
from my
前
side.
に代わってお前側の最善手を教えてやるよ。
Yeah, I don't trust this. I'll stand in your place and show you the best possible move you can match.
聞きたい？
Wanna hear?
ふざけんな。聞きたくねえ、聞きたくねえ。
Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. He definitely doesn't give in to his her temptations. Yeah, don't screw with me. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
ジェシカの部屋の件、
Considering Jessica's
そなた
room,
は実に良いところをついていたのだぞ。
you're off to a good start, you know.
隠れてやり過ごそうとした。
Yeah, but at the same time, his good start has actually been disproven. So, I mean, even though it had good potential, it was just rendered useless. Well, that's about hiding and waiting for everyone else to leave.
これは実にいい着眼だった。
It truly was well spotted.
だが、なぜそれをカノンと19人目のわらわにしか考えなかった？
But why did you only think of Kanon and me, the 19th
そう
person?
か。隠れてやり過ごすの。隠れてが邪魔だったから考えが至らなかったか。
Oh, that's interesting. I see. So the hide part of hiding and waiting got in the way, which prevented you from getting any further.
ほーら、もうわかるだろう。
Come on, you see what I'm getting at, don't
ジ
you?
ェシカだよ。
It's Jessica.
ジェシカ。
What? How? Yeah, I don't really know. If Jessica were the culprit, a farce like this could be easily constructed. Yeah, I mean, obviously she would have had to have killed her. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. I do see this, because if you consider Jessica the culprit, no, that's the worst thing. I mean, obviously that wouldn't be the case whatsoever, but everything would make sense if you did. Obviously, Battle would never want to do this, but it would. She could have killed Kanon, obviously somehow disposed of his body. It could have looked like a closed room because she would have actually had to suicide herself. At the same time, though, it must have been pretty hard to plunge a knife with the force that Jessica had done so into her back. I don't know, though. Could in theory be possible. It's pretty far down her back, if I remember correctly. I don't know that. No, I thought it was around central part of the back, so it could in theory have happened. But at the same time, just why? Because if somebody is going to do something as bad as murder, then you would have thought they'd want to have gained something from it. I mean, they weren't in, like, inseparable love, so... Because that could be a factor that could potentially facilitate it. But, yeah, no love, no money, because obviously Jessica wouldn't have been able to, I don't know what, like, spend Kinzo's inheritance in her fucking death state. Who knows? That's the worst thing. Yeah, she killed Kanon-kun and carried him out somewhere. Oh, that's really interesting. Then she played dead and let us walk by. Yeah, but at the same time, then there's the sentiment. Then there's the second move that Beatrice always wants to do. He doesn't want to make... Bastila would never want to suspect his cousin, who he's so close to, so as a result, he'd want to believe more in Beatrice. But that does make sense, actually, if she played dead. Yeah, but exactly, that's ridiculous. Doesn't Nigel definitely... Okay, yeah, that is beta blocker, to be fair. Don't they stop the heartbeat momentarily? She could have used one of those. But at the same time, it wasn't found anywhere near her. So how could that have been the case? And how could the knife have been in her back, lodged in, with blood around it? To be fair, actors can do stuff like that with good props, but at the same time, this is a murder. I don't really think she'd have the time to construct something like that. And how would she do it by herself, by the way? So, was Dr. Nanja an accomplice too? Oh, if we're assuming that Dr. Nanja was completely fine, then... Yeah, if Nanja was fine, then it wouldn't have made sense. It would have actually... It would have made sense if Nanja was the culprit, was part of the deed, though. That's wrong. I also confirmed that Jessica was dead. Yeah, okay, yeah, now it is. Yeah. Of course, I've never examined a corpse before, but she was definitely dead. Yeah, I think she was dead. No, it's probably, surely, definitely what I thought, but certainly, right. She was dead. She was dead. I know! How are you going to consider whether a person who is objectively dead is alive? I mean, it's absurd. I just love like the total uncontrolled and sort of uncontrolled and uncomposed nature of these thoughts. I mean, it can be really showed like in this second to last sentence here, i.e. the one that begins with no and the one that ends with dead. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. So yeah, Beatrice is really tempting Battler to thinking, oh, it's her second move. God. To be fair, Nanjo could have done something really subtle. I don't know, and Nanjo, who examined her corpse, was in on it too. Yeah, I love this, she's just... And that makes the first close room a farce, doesn't it? Yeah, and I do find it really quite interesting that obviously Nanjo and Kumasawa, they were literally... It doesn't make sense though, because they were literally... Well, assuming there was a human cause, then maybe they wouldn't have actually been knowingly... Well, I don't really understand that though, because how could Nanjo have pretended to be murdered in front of these people's faces, I wonder? With a very blood-filled murder as well. Yeah, then it's simple. Dr. Nanjo was in on it, so in other words, he's on the culprit's side, which means he was never dead in the first place. But he was dead, that's the worst thing! Yeah, we thought, why are you trusting Beatrice? We thought his body disappeared after he was killed, but what if he was never in the servant room to begin with? What if that would mean all of the other people weren't in the servant room whatsoever? So if Kumasawa Ba-chan disappeared with him, does that mean she's on it? Oh no, that's the worst, that's not all. Yeah, the servants who all agreed to keep that story, Genji-san, Gorda-san, and even Shalon-chan were also in on it. The one who stole the key from Maria's handbag was Jessica. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually really quite funny that the person who stole the key from the handbag doesn't actually have any relevance to this, i.e. Yudosa. No, it could even have been George Aniki. I know, this is the worst thing, because now you can suspect anybody. After all, if Shalon-chan is on the culprit's side, that automatically makes George Aniki on the culprit's side. Oh yeah, that's understandable, because Shalon would, George would do anything for her. Wait a second there. They're all wolves! Oh my god, yeah, not only am I drowning in an ocean of bright red blood. There were packs of wolves clambering on the banks, whose blaring eyes tell me that they'll eat me if I crawl. Oh, yeah, God, he totally thinks he's gonna die. Yeah, if Dr. Nanjo was never dead, then obviously the three servants have lied to actually keep the facade of the story up high, and also Kumasawa has kind of like dipped with Nanjo, and then yeah, as a result of that, could mean all of the servants could potentially be in on it. But at the same time, that's a completely ridiculous theory. You can't think that whatsoever. But at the same time, I think Battler, after having been defeated, is just so hopeless that he kind of gives in to emotions like these more. There's nothing else he can do to disprove them, because it just seems so close to the truth. And you know what humans are like. They latch onto things that could potentially have a more awful and deadlier association. I love this analogy so much. He's basically dying, and if he will rise up to the surface and he will rise up to the truth, then he'll be fucking killed. Which way should I die? Yeah. Should I deny everything and drown at a bright red sea? Or should I learn the truth and have my whole body... I know, both ways are awful, because, let's be honest, even if he learns the truth, he is going to be killed. They haven't sold the epitaph. Why should he live? Basically. That's Beatrice logic for you right there. It's either one hell... I know, yeah, I can't choose. Oh, God, yeah, that must be awful, because obviously he knows that no matter what happens, it's always going to end in tragedy. Oh no, that's the worst thing! Yeah, because she's going to make him eternally endure stuff like this. Until he believes in her. That's why I'm here. Oh, come Ushinomiya Battle and kneel. Interesting that was in red. Oh my god, yeah, swear your eternal loyalty and lick my shoes. What the fuck? Why are there two? What? If you accept me, all of the riddles will be resolved. Yeah, because obviously you can use the easy answer of magic. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, with my power, any kind of closed room will be created or destroyed. Why are there three? Batara, don't you want to abandon yourself to the joy of surrendering to one with power? No! I don't really think any normal human being would want to literally let go of their entire personality to surrender to, you know, somebody with power. God, that's horrible. The sort of pact that, you know, Beatrice has formed with Battler. If he loses, then he becomes furniture. Like, fucking hell. An eternal slave. I'm making my favourite furniture. I love you so much. I make you my toy until you turn to ashes. Yeah, that's not something good. Fucking hell. That laugh is so demented. Oh my god. What is Battler going to do though, genuinely? How is he going to rebel? Or maybe he's going to give in, who knows? Oh. There's no longer any reason to doubt. Or maybe this is just going to be a totally invalid theory that we can disprove. I don't know though. I wonder what Doza would actually think, because obviously the thing is about Battler, he has more of an objective viewpoint because of the fact that Beatrice is in there, and a more objective viewpoint of its impossibilities as a closed room. Maybe Doza's more oblivious human viewpoint could help a little bit more. I don't know though. Maybe it has the chance of helping a little bit. I don't know though. God damn though, I mean, my god, Beatrice is so fucking mental. I find it really quite funny that obviously Beatrice, you know, she just laughs and humiliates Battler so much. It's obviously subtly saying, rebel, motherfucker. Don't accept me and entertain me. Because obviously, I think if you were genuinely asking somebody to accept you, yeah, I don't really think that you would want this to be the means. But at the same time, it's a humiliating victory. Of course she's going to have it. Yeah, I don't really think that's a tempting offer. I think he'll have to pass on that. Yeah, especially after that fucking mental laugh, he'll probably get tortured. Right, I'm just gonna BRB for a sec. Okay, right, I'm back now. Now I am fully back, because obviously I wasn't fully back because of the fact that I hadn't put my glasses on. And if we're using Umineko logic, this is obviously going to explain the fact that, what should we say? The fact that I firstly haven't been in this room. Secondly, the fact that I had just arrived into my room. And we're going to say that in red. Now we're going to realise why I was the suspect. And I was, in reality, not a suspect. Because red, man. Yeah, that is basically what we're reading at the moment. Just everyone is being suspected. And it's really interesting how suspecting one person because of logic that's actually accurate just leads to everybody being suspected within that particular group of people. Now it's clear there's no longer any reason to doubt. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, what are you saying? I wonder.
あなたたちが死んだという二人はここにいない。
Yeah, but the only thing is they are dead though. You kept saying those two were dead, but they aren't here.
そしてベアトリーチェからの手紙があり、親切にも死体は持ち去ったと告白してくれている。
You kept saying those two were, yeah, you kept saying those two were dead, but they aren't here. And now we have this letter from Beatrice, where she's been kind enough to confess that she carried the corpses off. Yes, she
そういう
did.
ことよ。
It's as simple as that.
もう茶番は飽き飽きしたわ。
I've had enough of this farce. Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting. Aunt Rosa yelled this. She looked at all of us with a fierce expression. What? Yeah, what do you mean?
どういう意味ですか?
By far. I know. What could possibly be wrong?
私はジェシカちゃんの部屋で言ったわ。
Oh, interesting that something could potentially link. I said it in Jessica-chan's room.
信用できるのは自分自身と死体となって見つかった者以外いないってね。
Yeah, that is interesting. But at the same time, I mean, it's evident that you can't trust Kanon's corpse. You can't trust anyone but yourself and those whose corpses have been found.
そして死体が見つからない以上、あの二人が殺されたことを認めるわけにはいかない。
That is really interesting, not actually accepting the fact that these two people have been killed as a result of their corpses not being there, but at the same time, how did they escape? This is literally a closed room. And since we can't find the corpses of those two people, we must not accept that they've been killed.
待ってください、ローザおばさん。
Please wait, Aunt Rosa.
それはどういう意味ですか?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
南條先生と熊沢さんは死んでないわ。
What? Come on! Doesn't Najo and Kumasawa-san aren't dead and they're alive?
殺されたということにして、この屋敷のどこかに隠れてるのよ。
We're supposed to believe that they've been killed, but they're definitely hiding somewhere in this mansion. What? How?
私たちを襲うためにね。
And I do find that really interesting that this logic, normally it would have been complete shit, and I don't agree in this whatsoever, but at the same time, this is not the case. This is actually confirmed because of what Beatrice may do.
なんでそんなことがわかるんですか?
Because of what she could have done to Kanon. How could you possibly know that?
ゴーダさんたちが嘘をついていると言うんですか?
Yeah, you're saying that Gorda-san and the rest are lying. Yep.
ローザ様
Rosa-sama.
このゴーダいえ後ろ宮家使用人一同
Aye, Gorda. No, all of the
誓
Ushidomiya
って
family
そのような
servants.
ことはいたしません
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We swear that nothing of the sort happened. Exactly, yeah.
あなたたちは南條先生た
They
ちが
were,
殺さ
though.
れた
That's the thing. But the only thing that makes them so incriminated is the fact that those bodies couldn't have potentially been moved. Yeah, you say that all those two were
で
killed.
も死体がない以上、それを信じるわけにはいか
Yeah,
な
but
い。
since there are no corpses, we mustn't believe you. That's interesting. Yeah, so she's really not taking an emotional viewpoint. She's just taking an objective point of view. I think in a thing like this, you should take into account whether the emotions do actually line up with what he's
あなたた
actually
ちの
trying
口
to
裏を合わせ
convey,
そう
really.
いう嘘をついている可能性があるのよ。
Yeah, to be fair, even though he is really genuinely stressed, it could all be faked. That's the worst thing, though. There's a chance you worked out a story beforehand that you're lying.
あなたたちの無実を信じる方法はちゃんとあるわよ。
What is it? There's a good way to prove your innocence, is there? And don't say witch trials.
南條先生と熊沢さんの遺体が見つかることよ。
I don't really think that's gonna be easy. I think they've disappeared. Find Dr. Nanjo and Kumasawa-san's bodies. Prove your
そ
innocence
れ
of
が見つか
what?
ったら、 私はあなたたちの話を
Oh, that's
聞いてみようという話にもなるわ。
The only thing is, I think that's totally unfair. So you're going to... So she's basically forcing them to find the bodies of people they didn't even tell, so that they can effectively communicate their story of how they did not kill them. Like, that makes no sense. If you find the corpses, then wouldn't that be totally contradictory in anybody else's point of view to your validity of... the validity of the statement that you are not the murderer?
でも見つからない限り
I know, that's the
あ
worst
な
thing.
たたちは狼であることを否定できない。
Yeah. Anybody who wasn't in the room, I don't think that applies to, i.e. the kitchen, but still. It could have, maybe they could have had some sort of cooperation? I don't know. But until you do, you cannot deny that you are all wolves.
あんたも
You.
あんたも
And you!
黄金に目がくらんであの魔女に買収されたんでしょう。
Jesus fucking Christ. I bet you were all bought by that witch. Your eyes were blinded with
そん
gold.
なに金が欲しい？
This is horrible. I mean, this is really where it gets out of hand, because she couldn't have possibly known that, and she's just making assumptions. I'm actually quite happy I said the words witch trials, because this does kind of remind me of it. It's just accusation after accusation after accusation.
そうなんでしょう。
Without much evidence. Yeah. Rosa's just really using her stress and her power to be the
一生遊んで暮ら
worst
したい
possible
の？
person. But at the same time, she really wants to be protective. She will do anything to become protective of her daughter and, you know, the people that she feels as if she's kind of a mother over right now. You want to live the easy life for as long as you live.
そんな人生に何の価値があるのよ。
Yeah, I like that. What value could a life like that possibly have? Yeah, fair. Rosa-sama.
私たちは
I agree. Yeah. That's the worst thing, though. There is no way to... It is a devil's proof in how they could have done it, but secondly, how they couldn't have done it. As a result, yeah, they're kind of screwed. I really like this theme. I just love these background riffs at the moment. Not really riff, but it's not really an art. It's just a sequence of notes, really. Okay, this ARP here is really good. Be silent!
そしてシャノン、それ以上近づかないで。
Shannon, don't get any
10
closer.
年も恩を受けながらそれを仇で返すなって。
Jesus fucking Christ. And Shannon, don't get any closer. To think you repay a 10-year long of debt of gratitude. With betrayal. How horrible. Does she realise the extent of how fucking horrible what she's saying is at the moment?
容赦なく引き金を引くわよ。
Jesus fucking Christ. I put the trigger without murder. That's absurd. How could you? It's too awful. Yeah.
ローザおばさん
Rosa. Oh yeah.
それは暴言だ
Yeah, I really hope that George will stick up, because that is one of the most... That is such a ridiculously horrible thing to say. But obviously, at the moment, Rosa is suspecting anyone. She's so paranoid that she's basically suspecting anybody she can think of. Like, anybody she thinks that has any valid evidence of being the murderer.
この部屋で殺人が起こった
Yeah, a murder occurred in this
そ
room.
して犯人が死体を持ち去った
And then the couple carried the corpses away.
彼女たちはそれを正直に申告しているだけだ
Exactly, though. Yeah. All they're doing is honestly reporting what they saw. I don't even disagree with that, yeah. Oh, God. God, that's horrible. How could you suspect somebody like that at this point? Someone had finally broken down in tears. I know, she had sacrificed over 10 years to the Shidomiya family just to get this. She had sacrificed 10 of the most brilliant... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 10 of the years where she should be changing and she should be living her life. But no, she's just here. Yeah, 10 of the most brilliant years of her life. She believed that she built up a friendly relationship with Rosa. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's even more awful. Yep. And this was... I know, and this is what she got in return. You can kill a person without... Yeah, words. Yeah, I love that. That's so good. Yeah. No, not obviously what's happening, but this... just how it's written. That really is awful, though. I mean... it's an unimaginable service of commitment. Like, oh my god, 10 years is more than half of the time she's actually lived. And just to be said after all of that time, something like this, I don't even want to imagine how insulting that must be for somebody you thought you had a really, really good relationship with. I didn't have to be Jordan Yuki. Oh my god, I know! Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, I didn't have to be Jordan Yuki to realise that Shannon-chan had been stabbed deep in the heart, that she was shedding tears like blood. I really, really hope that somebody addresses Rosa and what she's done. Shannon-san, stay back.
ローザ様、確かにこのゴーダはお勤めして日も浅く、信用を勝ち得ていないのはわかります。
Shannon-san, stay back. Rosa-sama, it is true that I, Gorda, have not served for many years, and I understood that I have not earned your trust.
しかし、せめてシャノンさんだけでも信じていただくわけには参り
I
ま
think
せん
that's a
か。
really good thing to say. I thought at first he was just gonna cold-heartedly forget about Shannon, but no, he's not really that bad. Yeah, that's nice. Even though he is a little bit of an arse and he has used Shannon and Kanon for to hide his own incompetence sometimes, he still is. He still does have that basic human code, really. And that community spirit that every servant should have. Here. Exactly, yeah, but at the same time, to be fair, in a murder inquiry, it doesn't matter about somebody's honest connections. And looking at the personal and sentimental value, it hinders the objectivity of the case sometimes. Yeah. I'm not telling you to believe me. Yeah, I know, that's such a nice thing to say. Yeah, at the very least, can't you believe in Shannon-san? I know, that's the worst thing. Beforehand, Butler would have been able to at least have been able to have some sort of logic, but no, not anymore. But even I don't understand anymore. I don't understand. We can't search for an answer without suspecting. I know, that's the worst thing. But at the same time, they're so obviously not the people. So suspect the people that are either so obviously not the people, or suspect the people that could be more likely and go to a dead end. Or suspect the obvious answer, magic, but yeah, who's going to want to do that? Yeah, bit by bit I'm starting to understand. It's because we've been searching for an answer. That's where everything keeps going on. You need to search for the riddle's epitaph. The other way round. We don't need an answer. These are all strange murders committed with bizarre magic by the 19th person, the witch Beatrice, in accordance with some creepy ceremony. Isn't that enough? I don't want to Oh no. I do find it really interesting. Beatrice's second move of the game. Attack so that it's a completely impossible scenario with no means of actually cracking it. And then make him despair. Make his sentimentality lose. Yeah, this really is tricky. Oh god, and it must just be so awful. The really, really unfortunate turning against of this entire family, really. Well, not the entire family, but all of the servants in the family. Everyone turning together. Everyone, you know, being just so sorrowful and upset. And all of this sadness, like, it could just be fixed if Butler actually believed in Beatrice. I mean, it couldn't all just be, but maybe it could be because people could just think it's Beatrice, it's none of us. They could stop suspecting each other. So it could actually have a potential to change the situation for the better. Oh, Shannon and Gordo-san were protesting their innocence. Half crying. God. Genji-san quietly put a stop to that.
よしなさい。
Enough.
ローザ様の言うことはもっともだ。
Interesting. What Rosa-sama says is quite
死
sensible.
体を見つけない限り、
Until we find the corpses, we cannot prove.
南條先生と熊沢の無実は。
It is interesting that that's said. I really don't know though. But at the same time, this is what a good culprit would do. It's really, really hard not to let the sentimental value actually hinder the objectivity. Like, yeah, it's so tricky though, because obviously, why would we think somebody as nice as Kumasawa would be capable of murder? But maybe she is. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous to think that she is though. Like, genuinely, it's just so hard to actually believe it, really. Yeah, but they can't really prove Nanjo's innocence, to be fair, but... At the same time, though, it's really quite surprising that these guys say it, even though they've seen how he was killed. By Rosa-san's argument, if their corpses can be found, then the innocence of those people alone could be proven. Yeah, but that only counted for the corpses. Even if the survivors searched the mansion and found the corpses, in the end, their own innocence would never be proven. Yeah, exactly, because they could be the ones that have killed them. Yeah, so it's a really tricky... They kidnapped Oda Nanjo and Kumasawa-san, killed them in another place, and locked the closed room with their own master keys. Yeah. Until the closed room could be broken by a method other than that one. Everything would make sense if the servants were murderers, like nearly every murder here. Yeah, it'd be impossible to prove their innocence. By the way, why does Beatrice hate servants so much? Like, why does she pose nearly everything on them? But that couldn't be done. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, they only have one chance to prove their innocence. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, that can only happen if they meet with the culprit. Yeah. Meet with the culprit, become corpses, and then reunited with Aunt Rosa. Yeah, isn't that strange? That is actually really quite interesting. Oh my god, that really is interesting. That's a really quite cool link, and it works as well. It really does. They're innocent if they die, but guilty as long as they're alive, just like a witch trial. Alright. Alright. Oh, I love that it's just kind of as if he's remembering that now. Alright, the enemy's a witch. So everything's cool, is that it? Oh, it's interesting that this is definitely reflective of the trials in which witches would have been prosecuted in.
ローザ様、
Rosa-sama.
私たちは後宮家にお仕えする家具です。
We have furniture. Jesus Christ, we have furniture in service to the Ushinomiya family.
私どもを信用されるもされないもまた。
God damn. That's interesting. Whether you trust
私
us
ど
or
も
not is
の
no
預
business
か
of
り
ours.
知ることではありません。たとえどのようなご評価をいただこうとも、
God.
最後の時までお勤めを続けるのみでございます。
I really feel like Genji is the person that everyone has got their really quite awful and just hopeless mindset from, to be honest. Well, Gorda, I think Gorda has a lot more character than, you know, the people that are just hopelessly thinking that they're furniture. But Shannon, obviously she's been influenced badly by Konon, and Konon is just Konon, let's be honest here. I wonder what happened before Kanon had actually become a servant. Like, what was his life beforehand? Because he started his job at 14? It really is quite interesting that they're guilty as long as they're alive, but if they die, that's the only reason to forget about suspicion, because obviously if they're dead, they wouldn't gain anything from having killed someone. Yeah, that's not a good thing. You really are a model servant. Yeah, I deeply understand why Father trusts you. Yeah, the fact that he can be composed in, you know, a situation as intimidating as this, it really is shocking. Yeah, but she has to. She has to suspect anybody because she is so scared of the possibility that somebody may be pulling the strings. It really is heart-rending that I must suspect even you. Genji-san stuck his head into his pocket and... his hand into his pocket and pulled out a master key. Then he set it on a nearby table. Is this the key to Kinzo's study? I believe I was given this as a sign of the trust placed in me. Interesting, if that trust has been lost, I think it's only natural that I return it. What is it? That's a good decision. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, those master keys are the reason you've been suspected it several times today. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it could have cleared away the suspicion that they would have in any future events, but not in the current events that have happened. It may seem elementary that letting go of those might clear away that suspicion. Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad thing. You two. Oh my god, yeah, they have to do it as well. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually really quite good because now no servants who have actually done any closed room related things can be suspected, but at the same time it's way too late. Ginji-san looked at Gorda-san and Shannon-chan. Yeah, the two of them nodded and set their own master keys on the table. Yeah, fair. Aunt Rosa laid the two master keys that had come out of the envelope on top. Oh, is she cross-referencing them, seeing if they're the same? Well, I mean, maybe they have some sort of distinctive patterns to them, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. With that, all 5 master keys were gathered in this place. In other words, this was proof that all of the 7th service until today had been negated. I know, yeah, it's just really quite interesting that, you know, the servants are there to serve the Ushinomiya family. So if people in the Ushinomiya family don't trust them, then the point of their service is completely shattered. With even the final honor they should have been permitted. Yeah, stripped from them. Yeah, having an honourable departure, really. Now they're not furniture to the Ushinomiya family because of their resignation from the, you know, from the letting go of their master keys. But at the same time, they still have to live. They're not allowed to be let free, really. And let out of their world. of being a servant, which every servant dreams for, which is absolutely horrible and so inhumane. It's absurd. I mean, God, look at Kanon and Jessica's relationship. That was so sad.
Maria, その手下げを
They
貸しな
have
さい。
no honor whatsoever. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Maria, give me that handbag. They're probably just going to see how creepy it is. Oh, yep. Yep. By the way, I find it really quite funny that she's in the room now. Yeah, George kind of just, like, forgot about her. Well, that's probably just when there was no... Well, when they discovered there were no corpses in there. Oh, Rosa, snatch Maria's handbag. Toss the master keys in there. Yeah, and held up. One for all to see. Yeah, she was showing us that she now had all the master keys. Battler, pick up on the fact that Maria Rosa knew that there was a master key in Maria's bag. How did she know that? I really wonder. Uh-oh, fuck. I misread that. I thought it was as if she'd snatched the master key that was actually in the envelope in Maria's bag. She somehow replaced it back. But, no, that couldn't have been the case. Yeah, interesting. She was showing us that she now had all the master keys. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
これで満足かいローザおばさん
Are you satisfied now, Aunt Rosa?
これでマスターキーはローザおばさんが持つものだけだ
Yeah, now you have all the master keys.
これで満足なんだろ
God, yeah, doesn't that satisfy you? Yeah, and I do find it really interesting. You can stop treating people as if they're things just because of your suspicion. And you can stop hurting them.
満足よ。
Yes, I'm satisfied.
たとえ全員が信用できなくても、私は私自身だけを信用
God,
するこ
that's
とがで
the
きる。
worst thing. Her distrust is what ruins stuff like this. Even if I can't trust anyone else, I can at least trust Yeah, I can at least trust myself.
その私が銃とマスターキーを独占できた。
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You're not going to become bad now, are you? I've been able... Well, you were already kind of bad to begin with, but still. I've been able to get the gun and all the master keys for myself.
これで私はもう誰も疑わずに済むの。
Yeah, now I don't have to suspect anyone.
あなたたちも嬉しいでしょ
I don't think they're happy. Look at how much of an insulting comment you've said to Shannon. You've literally denied her 10 years of service. Come on. You're all happy now.
これで
too,
も
I
う
take
疑
it.
われずに済む。
Now you don't have to be suspected anymore. Well, you don't sound very sane. Are you okay? Look, genuinely. Oh, yeah, that is creepy. That really is weird. At that time, Maria, who alone seemed to be watching this as though it were a show, sneered at her mother. And I do find it really interesting that, I mean, Rosa has been suspecting everybody. She's been very, very provocative to every single person. And I would like to say maybe not as provocative as she normally, maybe similarly to how she was before, but just a little bit more. And obviously a lot more insulting and awful. Is the laugh and also Maria's response to it denoting that Rosa is actually being possessed by Beatrice? What the fuck? Could you imagine if that's the case and maybe Rosa is dead? Oh, that'd be ridiculous. Why was there the ahaha.wav sound effect as well? Yeah, I don't really think it works that simply. That last sentence. Yeah, at that time, Maria, who seemed to be alone, seemed to be watching this as though it were a show. Yeah, interesting that, sneered at her mother. Andoza reacted nervously to that laugh and turned around. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So, I really don't understand with Rosa's, like, completely mental laugh. I think it just genuinely shows that, you know, she's firstly really, really lost it, and secondly that, well, I suppose she's just lost herself in the process. She's become so paranoid that she's lost the one thing that makes her a good person, really, and that's reflected in just how absurd a laugh like that is. The keys don't have anything to do with it. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, she did. Is that actually true, though? Beatrice can open doors with magic. Yeah, she doesn't need keys. It doesn't matter who has or doesn't have something like that. Oh god, yep, this is gonna get very, very, very unpleasant very quickly. Don't I always tell you to stop laughing like that? What is it, Batorakun? Oh no, this could potentially be really bad. I just had to cut in between the two of them. Interesting. No, that's not it. I was on my knees and hugging Maria. What? I was crying. Oh yeah, because he knows that she really, really knows about magic. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really, really good thing to say. Yeah, just stop it already, calm down. What? Don't you fucking tell me. What? Okay, what is going to make him give up his hope? Because similarly to chapter 1, like at the end of chapter 1, he really, really felt as if, you know, his hope had been completely vanished. What is going to make him change, I wonder? We're probably going to find out soon, because Umineko has 8 episodes. There is no way that he gives up now. Or maybe there is, I don't know. Or maybe he is actually going to give up here, and then the 3rd episode, for example, is just going to be a stem from that. It's going to be the beginning of his eternal torture. Well, I don't know. If he gives up, he believes in the witch, dumbass. So, I don't know. Yeah, understandable. He doesn't want this already horrible situation to get even worse. Yeah, what are you talking about? Maria. I'm sorry. For doubting! I'm sorry. For not believing. What the fuck? Why is he saying this? What? It was all the witches do. The witches doing. All that stuff about tricks in closed rooms doesn't matter. It's just. I mean, yeah, the witch Beatrice actually exists. And she's really a witch. Because I didn't believe. My god, no. Yeah, it's been so painful. Exactly, yeah. I feel like at the moment he's really... I feel, to be honest, Battler has showed so many emotions. He showed at the beginning of this story complete anger, resistance, revenge, a complete desire to totally disprove his enemy. And now when that revenge and inability to do so is gone, yeah, of course he feels as sad as possible. And it really is awful. I feel so bad for him, genuinely. My god. It's just really quite awful that now he is just... He's been led into this cycle of hopelessness, really. How is he going to rebel from this, really? Like, he can't do anything if he believes this. Yeah. Yeah, she sounds really happy. You believe in Beatrice? Yes! I believe! Beatrice exists.
不思議な魔法を使う
Yeah, yeah,
魔
of course,
女なんだ
definitely. Why are you believing in her, though? Like, I mean, obviously, it's understandable, but it's just so out of character that it really, really highlights the hopelessness of this situation. Like, my god. And she's a witch and uses strange magic. Batora. Oh, god. Yeah, Maria let go of my hand, and she was the one who was holding my
それでいいんだよバトラー
That's enough, Batora.
ベアトリーチェはいたの
Beatrice existed.
バトラがなかなかそれを信じられなかったから見えなかったの
You had so much trouble believing, so you couldn't see her.
魔女はいるの
Beatrice exists.
いる
And exists.
もうすぐ来る
And will come what? Witches. You're not just saying Beatrice, you're saying witches. I'm not saying witch is, I'm saying witches. The plural of witch. More than one witch. What the fuck? Oh, that's so sweet though. I mean, yeah, it really is quite sad. But he's just totally
バト
given
ラ
up.
はベアトを信じてくれたから
That's not a good
魔法の
thing.
教へ招かれるよ
That is not a good thing. You believed in Bertor, so you'll surely be invited to the
も
Golden
うすぐ
Land very soon now. Yeah, because obviously everyone will fucking
もう
die.
すぐだから
It will happen very soon. Oh gosh, she just sounds so hopeful as well. That's a horrible thing. And I mean, her total obliviousness to this situation and, you know, the actual, probably the really quite awful nature of the Golden Land. It's just oblivious to her. She's just a happy old child whose dreams of, you know, Beatrice have come
も
true,
う
really.
何も怖くない
Yeah, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
怖くないよ
There's no need to be afraid, okay?
マリアと一緒にお手手をつないでずっと一緒にいよ
Stay to me, hands joined, okay?
一緒に非分の謎を考えよ
Yeah, genuinely, I wonder about that. Let's think about the riddle of the epitaph together.
ベアトの問題を考えよ
Yeah, what is Bertor's puzzle? Like, genuinely, let's think about Bertor's
ベア
puzzle.
トは最初から言ってるよ
Bertor's been saying it from the
この
beginning.
問題を解いて遊ぼうとしか言ってないよ
Oh, yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, she hasn't said anything other than let's play and solve this puzzle. Yeah, and I mean, my god.
そうだったんだ
Right, she did. And it is interesting that the answer of this puzzle could potentially have just been the one that has always been leaping out right from the beginning, but at the same time it's been the one that nobody has ever wanted to accept, the one that the answer that she did objectively do these impossible to do crimes with magic. The easiest answer that has been so obvious from the beginning but hasn't leapt out because of obviously not wanting to believe it.
犯人探しなんて
Yeah, it's interesting that he thinks this. Searching for the cobble was just a waste of
俺
time.
たちは
If only we had...
ただ魔女を
Oh my god, just believed in
信
the
じ
witch.
ればよかったんだ
Fuck, yeah, this is really bad. I was gently brushing my cheeks and my tears kept dripping down. Oh god, yeah, Maria kissed my forehead as soft as a feather. For that instant, Maria's smile, which had once seemed creepy to me, looked like that of an angel. Yeah, and I mean, my god, she's totally changed now. I do find it really interesting that this really, really weird act of Maria's was just because... Maybe it was just because of loneliness. The fact that now somebody has finally believed in the same thing that she's believed in just makes her feel so happy. So happy to have somebody who's the same as her, really.
マスターキーはお返ししましたが
Oh yeah, that's
私
interesting.
どもの後ろ宮家の忠誠は
Yeah,
変わ
we've
りません
returned the master keys, but our loyalty to the Ushidomiya family will
100
not
前は
change.
以後お許しがない
Oh
限
my
り立
god,
ち入りません
yeah. Yeah, from now on we will not enter the parlour without permit. God damn. Yeah. Oh god, I feel that's just... It really is just awful. This is just the message of try your hardest and receive nothing in return. Completely fail, even though, well, I'm using a sentimental point of view. It's an impossible goal, and you're getting the desired outcome. The deserved outcome, even. Rather than the desired outcome. Because of having attempted something impossible. If you want to make this impossible thing actually happen, rise up against this and try again. Try again. Never take failure for an answer. But at the same time, that's so difficult to do, especially when your entire family is dying. And you don't know who to blame. Rosa-sama, please lock the parlor from the inside. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, God, it's not going to be very good if they haven't. But if they've done a murder. Yeah, you truly are an unbelievable person.
この島に再び海猫の鳴き声が戻ってきたなら
When the typhoon passes, if, yeah, interesting that, if the cries of the seagulls return to this island again.
私たちは再び互いを信頼し合えるのかしら
Yeah, and I do just find it really awful. I mean, obviously, Rosa respects people like, for example, Genji so much that he, you know, she said it was heartrending that, you know, she actually needed to doubt him. She loved to trust this person again. If the cries of the seagulls return to this island once again. Yeah, if. I wonder if we'll be able to trust each other once more. Of course, yeah. Yeah, if you were to grant us your trust again, once again, there could be no greater pleasure. I do find it really quite interesting that he says things like these in such a modest and such a blank and plain manner. It's so difficult to determine any emotion in his voice. Such a modest point of view. It's just sad that a voice like that is really perfect for the job. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to understand each other. Umineko reference when the seagulls cry. Yeah, it probably would be best if we left this room as it is until the police come. Yes, fair. Yeah. I mean, it's totally filled with blood. Rosa-sama, if you were please lock it. Oh god. Yeah, we'll return to the kitchen. I really wish these guys had the common sense to stick together. I wonder what Battler's doing at the moment. I mean, obviously Battler's, you know, grieving at his loss, really. Of the game, not like an actual loss. What? Yes, an actual loss. Fucking Kiria and Rudolph. This is not only a game, but it is a desperate pursuit to get his fucking parents back alive.
Arigato.
If you're a wolf.
なんてシャーシャーとのたまうのか
Oh my god, yeah, definitely. My god, he's just saying the words of some... He's being a really manipulative person and fake person, saying the words of a hero while being the murderer himself, but that's not the case. It can't be. And if you are a sheep... Yeah. And if you are a sheep, then I'm sorry for throwing you into the cage of wolves. God, that's horrible. I mean... Yep, they're just beings entirely for the family. Jesus fucking Christ. If I could regain your trust by giving up this life of mine. That's so wrong. It really is. Yeah.
台風が過ぎ去るまで元気でいることを願っています。
Yeah, I hope you all manage to remain safe until the typhoon passes. Yeah, if such a thing is possible. I think it's a really, really bad move that they're not sticking together, but at the same time, they're so suspicious that they can't.
これはすべて台風が奏でる暴風と降雨の競争曲。
The solar rhapsody of blowing winds and pouring rain
演奏が
performed
終わ
by
れ
the
ば幕
typhoon.
が下り、
When the performance ends and the curtain
私た
closes.
ちは再び手を取り合えるに違いない。
Yeah, and I do find it really quite interesting that she's... I mean, it's ironic what she's saying. The Golden Land. Maybe.
海猫の鳴く頃に。
And the seagulls cry. Aunt nodded in response. Genji-san turned on his heels. He left the servant room. Yeah, Gordas. Oh, God, Gordas-san's face was still straight with tears. But maybe he'd managed to sort out his feelings as he listened to Genji-san's words. Yeah, his face had been truly shameful. But it returned to the face of the Gordas-san we knew well.
私も厨房に控えております。
I'll also be waiting in the kitchen.
何かございましたらいつでもご用命ください。
Yeah, if you need anything, please command me at any time.
温かい食事をお望みでしたらい
Oh,
つ
yeah,
で
yeah,
も
of
この号だ。
course. Yeah, good for
最
him.
高のお料理を用意
Oh,
さ
you
せ
can
ていただ
definitely
きま
tell.
す。
You can definitely tell that the kind the charitable Gorda, who would, you know, love to prepare food for anybody has returned. My Gorda will have the very best prepared for you.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
あなたには明日の朝食を頼みたいわ。
Yeah, you're not going to be alive by tomorrow, but okay. Dream away. I can't wait for your breakfast tomorrow.
明日の昼前には船も来るでしょう。
And the boat will probably come by midday tomorrow. You sound so hopeful! And that's the awful thing, because obviously everything is going to end. This is going to be the last move. I'm not even joking.
.六軒島で唯一の楽しみがあなたの食事だったわ。
God, yeah, your cooking was my only pleasure on Dock Genjima. Fair
かし
enough.
こまりました。
Certainly.
この号だ。最高の朝食を用意いたします。
You won't, but like, yeah, still nice to think. I got that will prepare a supreme
明日の
breakfast.
朝を楽しみにしてください。
I just love the irony in this. Please look forward to tomorrow
あ
morning.
りがとう。
Thank you.
シャノンちゃんも
And Shannon-chan.
明日の朝に美味しいコーヒーを飲みながら仲直りをしましょう。
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can be in this happy mood and Shannon is not going to say anything because obviously she thinks she obviously has to because firstly, she's managed by people like Genji and secondly, she has to show her honor as a servant. She's probably just thinking, fuck off you arsehole. Or at least I would be if somebody insulted my commitments to stuff as much as she has to with Shannon.
ジョージ君、
George-kun?
僕も彼らと一緒に行く。
Oh, that's interesting. I'm going with them.
いいんです。
Oh, that is
George-sama.
interesting. It's alright, George-sama.
どうか客間にお戻りになってくださ
Please return to the parlor.
い。もうマスターキーは他にありません。
There are no more master keys. Yeah, but at the same time, there could potentially be another murderer. Beatrice.
ローザ様とご一緒に
Maybe
客間にいれ
Kinzo, I don't
ば
know.
誰にも脅かされません。
There are no more master keys. So if you're all with Loza somewhere in the parlor, you won't be threatened by anyone. Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's wishful thinking. I don't think that's true whatsoever. I think they are all
So
going
you
to be
couldn't
wiped out somehow. That's how things have sorted themselves out, isn't it?
客間に私と一緒にいるのが客観的に考えて一番安全だと思うわ。
Objectively speaking, I say you'll all be safest staying with me in the parlor. Yeah, I agree, yeah.
無理に一緒にいろとは言わない。
She should, to be honest, but at the same time, I think this is just the bad thing about this. The situation is bad, so it doesn't really have the best rationality applied to it. I.e., Rosa should be forcing everyone to stay together, but because of obviously the suspicion and the paranoia, and also the hostility each person displays towards each other. They can't do this.
ジョージ君はジョージ君の安全だと思う場所にいればいい。
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, George-kun, you may stay in any place you feel is safe.
ジョージ君ももう大人だものね。
Yeah, Fairy should be making his decisions for himself.
どこで誰と過ごそうと自由だもの。
Yeah, it's up to you. Where and with whom you spend the time until tomorrow morning. Fair, yeah.
そうさ。
Yes.
僕は
I will decide.
僕の判断で誰と夜を過ごすか決める。
With whom I spend this night?
あ、
Aniki.
兄貴。
バトラ君はローザおばさんと客間にいるんだ。
Batara-kun, stay with Aunt Rosa in the parlour.
きっとそれが一番安全なんだ。
I'm sure you'll be safest there. Yeah, I mean,
客間の外は
understandable.
それに比べた
Oh, yeah, yeah,
ら安全ではないと思う。
Yeah, everywhere outside the parlour is dangerous in comparison.
そんな場所にいる彼女を僕は一人にしておけない。
Oh, yeah, yeah, fair, yeah. Die together rather than dying individually, I suppose.
俺は決してシャ
Oh,
ノンちゃ
yeah,
ん
yeah,
や他の使
definitely
用人を
not. It's not like I suspect Shano-chan and the other
い
servants.
や誰かを疑ってるわけじ
Or
ゃないん
anyone
だ。
at all. Yeah, yeah,
誰も
definitely.
疑
Yeah.
いたくないんだ。
I don't want to suspect any. Oh, I know! That's the worst thing. The inheritance,
黄金
the gold,
そんなのくだらねえじゃねえかよ。
it's all nothing.
そんなので殺し合いなんてあるわけねえじゃねえ
He'd
か
be
よ。
surprised. In the real world, definitely. But in this world, also, that's true. There's no way it's killing for the gold. Yeah, there's no way people are killing each other over things like that. Yes.
バトラ君の心が美しいことは僕が一
Yeah,
番知っている。
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I know better than anyone how pure your heart is, but that I
誰
could.
も君を責めない。
No one will blame
誰
you.
も
No one.
兄貴。
大丈夫。
It's alright.
バトラはマリアが守る。
Oh, yeah, that is interesting. I'll protect you,
マリ
Butler.
アと一緒ならベアトリーチェでも手出しできない
How? If you're with me, even Beatrice won't be able to lay a hand
だ
on
っ
you.
てマリアはちっちゃくても
What?
魔女だもの
Well, you think you are. How do you know? How do we know that that's true? How can she be a witch? What? Yeah, I think it really, really is nice that, you know, Basilo has the reassurance that nobody is going to, you know, turn their endless trains of suspicion to him, really. Trains of suspicious thoughts, even. That's what I meant to say. Yes.
マリアちゃん、
Maria-chan.
バトラ君をよろしく。
Yeah, I'm leaving Batala in your care.
さあ、シャノン、
Alright, Shalnon.
行こ
Let's go.
はい
That is really weird.
ローザ様それでは失礼させていただきます
Rosa-sama, if you would excuse
ご
me.
用命がございましたら いつでもお呼びつけくだ
If
さい
you had an order, please call me at any time.
さっきはひどいこと言っ
Oh
て
yeah, I
ごめ
think
んな
it's
さい
really, really good that she's apologising for this. I'm sorry for saying something so cool right just now.
明日の朝まで許さなくてもいい
Yeah, she is really quite being nice. Yeah, and I just really quite find it interesting that this stress and I think the thrill of the moment really, and all of the, well, actually being the leader of the person who suspects, being the leader of all of this suspicion and the one who suspects every single person and that is so scared about the fact that, you know, it just seems impossible that there is not one person that can't be doubted really. It's just interesting how the cruelty of having suspected every single person is really, really getting back up on these people, and, you know, they're realising just the extent of how awful the things they've actually, for example, said are. And I think it's really, really good that, you know, for example, her and Shannon are making up. It's, to be fair, from like a detective standpoint, even though we know the murderer wasn't any of these people, if it was, then this is really, really bad. Because it obviously means that the murderer feels, just less suspicious, I suppose. Yeah, so...
でも明日の朝になったらもう一度謝らせて
But when tomorrow morning comes, let me apologize again. Yeah. Yes.
ありがとうございます
Yeah, I do think that is very nice. It really, really is. Thank you very much. Josaniki and Shannon-chan left the servant room together. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, they should leave. Now only Amalia, Aunt Dosa and I. Yeah. Yeah, now that is properly weird. It really, really is. Oh, I have thought of the worst possible joke. A few words. Battler is the father. Oh my god. Yeah. If you don't understand, look at these three names. Until Genji-san disappeared, until Goda-san disappeared, until Josaniki and Shannon-chan disappeared. Yeah, we stood there shocked. After their presence and their footsteps had completely disappeared, Aunt Dosa giggled, as though she just remembered something. That's odd.
何も信用できないわよ
What? You have got to be kidding me! You can't trust yourself for a moment! You can't trust them for a
家
moment.
具どもが
The damn furniture! That one sentence. Understandable. Yeah, definitely. What? Why?
なんでそんなことを言うんだよ
I know! That's absurd, though! No, I just genuinely can't believe that she's shown such a farce, such a ridiculously good farce of the fact that, you know, she's really respectful and nice and wants to make up with these people. But it's just all complete luck. I just genuinely can't believe that the horrible Rosa, the horrible, horrible one that completely accused everybody of, you know, their deeds and what they may have done. That was the real one. That wasn't just her completely high on paranoia. That's absurd. That really, really is. I do find it really interesting that one sentence is enough to completely change our view of her. I mean, my god, that is sick. It really is. That's unbelievable, though. Why are you saying something like that? I know.
マスターキーは5つで全部
Do I... Right, I'll just check time. Can I read more? Oh, that's interesting. That's the letter. I'm just trying to think of whether I can read more. Oh, this music is fucking cool, wow. Oh, I like this. Can I read more? Right. No, I feel like this is going to be really long. I don't know. Let me just check. Oh, wait, nope. I have been given the seal of approval by the control key. Right. This is going to be really quite interesting. So I wonder why she is actually, you know, suspecting the servants again. Like, you know, why she's just, yeah, saying that she can't trust them for one moment. Right, there are 5 master keys in all. Yeah. Oh, that is interesting. Who would believe that? Didn't Beatrice say in red that... no, I don't know, actually. It's obvious that some duplicate keys exist. That's actually really quite interesting, because I mean, though I don't want to suspect these people as much as possible, that could be likely. Like, genuinely, it could be. We've never, ever been told that there aren't duplicate keys. As if we could trust them, just because they pulled out keys out of their pockets. Oh my god, I know! I know! You don't mean that, right? They're setting down those keys. They weren't just letting go of them. Oh my god, I know! Why does this theme song sound like Toho's Flight of the Bamboo Cutter thing? I hate that it sounds like it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, make my life as fucking miserable. Not miserable, hard as possible. Alright. Just play it through the speakers. See if it works. Please. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, yeah. Oh, you arsehole. Come on. Do I have my headphones? I think so. Well, they're not even headphones. I have like 1 fucking minute left to read, and yet this game can't be decent enough to let me fucking enjoy it. Come on! I hope you can, like, audibly detect my levels of pain right now. Right, can you actually hear my shit? Yeah, you can. Good. Right, yeah, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. Right, this is actually going to be really quite interesting. I mean, it is a valid theory, and it is actually really quite valid. Like, why should we believe that? We've never seen it for ourselves, so in a murder inquiry, should we really take that as something we should trust? You don't mean that, right? But at the same time, yeah, by setting down those keys, I won't just let go of them. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and I do find it really quite interesting that Rosa, she's totally using her influence as the person at the top of the Ushinomiya family tree now to completely, you know, for example, like let them just disgrace their work, trample on it, and deny it. And I do find it really quite interesting that the leaving of, well, it is really quite interesting because the trust has denied what a servant would ultimately have, i.e. trust of the family they're actually serving, and yeah, as a result of that, you know, they haven't had the right to be valid servants because they don't have the trust of a family that, you know, a normal servant should have. So I suppose that could actually be said. They've been denied of all of the integrity their job has. Yeah. Yeah.
その挙句として
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And in the end, you made them give up all their key. Yeah.
その捨て台詞はなんだよ
What's with that passing line?
ここまでして見せてなおまだ信用できないってのかよ
God, yeah, that is total anger, my God. Yeah, and I do find it really interesting that, you know, it is true, though. They have gone this far to prove they're innocent, but she still can't believe it. But at the same time, what if that proves that they are maybe just... Rodolfo's probably thinking they could still be guilty if they're going really, really far to prove that they're innocent because of the fact that, you know, they may just be doing this to strengthen their disguise and Battle as the one falling for it. Who knows? Look, genuinely. Sounds like a PC98 theme now.
あんまりだぜあんまりだぜそんなのって
Yeah, understandable. Too much, that's just too much.
悪魔の証明なのよ
It's the devil's proof. Oh my
マ
God!
スターキーは全部で5つ
Yeah, that's the worst thing. Can you really prove there were more?
そんなこと証明不能なのよ
It's impossible to prove. No, it wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have thought.
マスターキーが5つあることはここに置けば示せる
Yeah, maybe. It's impossible to prove something like that. You can show that there were 5 master keys by placing them here.
5つ以上存在
Yeah,
しない
that's
こ
the
とは
worst
証明
thing.
でき
I
な
don't
い
even disagree. Yeah, but you can't prove the more
そん
perfect
なこと
six.
は悪魔か魔女にしか証明できないのよ
Oh well, look at your daughter. Only a demon or a witch could prove something like that, right? Oh. Yeah, God, that is totally.
もうやめてくれもうやめて
Yeah, and it's just really quite interesting that, you know, the stress of all of the suspicion and complete rejection people have, it is just too much for him. It's so sad, I mean, it's so
ベ
brutal.
アトリーチェ今すぐ現れてくれ
Please, Beatrice, show yourself right now.
そしてローザおばさんに赤でマスターキーは5本しか
Oh,
ない
I wonder if
って
he's
言って
actually
や
going
って
to
く
be
れ
able to say this. Please, Beatrice, show yourself in red right now. Right now, and tell Aunt Rosa in red that there were only 5 master keys.
5章だよ悪魔にしか証明できないんだよ魔女のお前なら証明できるんだよ
Jesus Christ. I mean, my God, you can see the desperation in his voice. Holy shit. Yeah. He's just reached the point of a mental breakdown, honestly, and because of, you know, the severity of just how awful the accusations are. Please, I'm begging you, this can only be proved by devils by a witch like you.
頼むからベアトここに現れてローザおばさんに
Please, Berto, show yourself here and tell Rosa that those are all the master
マ
keys.
スターキーはそれで全部だから
And then there's no
もう
need
み
to
んな
suspect
を疑わ
anyone
なくて
anymore.
いい
マスターキーは5本しかない
Oh, that. There is no need to suspect anyone now. There is no way more murders can potentially happen.
マスターキーは5本しかない
There are only 5 master keys.
これはどうしたことか
That actually really quite surprises me.
わらわがいくら口にしてもローザに届かない
Oh, yeah, that's the worst thing. It's interesting that Battler knows for a fact that there aren't 5 master keys, but at the same time, if he displays this fact to Rosa, well, he's gonna be suspected a little bit of potentially being another wolf. Oh, God. This is evil. Like, genuinely, it's just so interesting how the human mind completely works in cases like these. Rosa's very interesting here. I know, that's the worst thing.
わらわの存在を否定している奴がまだいるから聞こえ
Oh,
ない
yeah, definitely, yeah. After all, it seems there's still someone who denies that I exist. I do find it really interesting that Battler is just, you know, praying that Beatrice can tell you the answer in red because of the fact that he just wants this to end, really.
後ろ宮バトラー
認める
I accept it.
認めるよお前はいる確かにいる
Oh my god, he's actually saying it. I accept it. You exist, you definitely exist.
だから5章だよ。もうこんなのはやめてくれ。
Yeah, you really think that's going to work. So I'm begging you, stop this already.
もうやめて。もうやめて。
God, stop it already, stop it already.
言葉だけでは届かぬぞ。
Oh.
態度を示せ。
Oh, words alone are not enough. Show it with your actions.
わらわの家具になると心から誓え。
Make the oath that you will never ever be able to return back. Ruin your entire future. Basically. Striking your heart, you will become my
で
furniture.
きるか？
Can you do it?
服を脱げ。裸になるんだ
What
よ。
the fuck?
そして両手をついて地に這え。
Little pedo? Take off your clothes, be naked. Well, not really a pedo, but like a fucking weirdo. Be naked, then put your hands on the ground and
着
crawl.
衣は霊長にのみ認められた証だ。
Oh my god! So you just remove that to reduce yourself to a mere ape? Animalistic? No, clothing is proof of
貴
one's
様は
humanity.
今から家具になるんだよ。だからその資格を失う当然のこと。
Yeah, from now on you will become furniture, so it's only natural that you lose that right. Don't tell me he's
そ
actually
して
going to
ひ
do it.
ざまずけよ。わらわの靴に舌を這わせろ。
Jesus Christ, then kneel. Make your tongue crawl. My shit.
できるか？
Yeah, can you do it?
できるんだよな。
Can you do it?
そうしたら現れてやるよ。後で言ってやる。
Oh, what the truth behind everything that is already known. When you do, I'll repair it and say it.
マスターキーは5本しかないってロ
Oh,
ー
you
ザに
are
言ってやるよ。
fucking poisonous. Because if Basilisk submits to Beatrice, then all of the suspicion ends.
ああ、でも分かってる。
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
誇り高きお前がプライドを捨てられるわけがない。
Oh my god, this is so tricky. Genuinely, what is he going to do? I really, really hope he doesn't submit to Beatrice because that is entire life ruined if he does. Oh, but of course, you'll never abandon that lordly pride of yours.
それでもいいんだよ。十分なんだよ。ちょっとグラーってきただろ。
But you've done well. You've done more than enough, and you're starting to get that tingly feeling, aren't you?
靴を舐めてもいいかって一瞬思っただろ。
Jesus fucking Christ, you are poisonous.
すぐにそれを否定して自分を恥じただろう。
God, and you immediately denied that and felt ashamed,
その
right?
表情が見れるだけで最高に素敵な気分なんだよ。
Jesus Christ, you are insane. She's also very powerful as well. Jesus Christ, this is so humiliating. Yes, strip yourself of your humanity. Yeah, so you gave in, but then you denied your ability to give in, and then you feel bad for denying it, and that's just gonna, it's just gonna create a cycle until he actually gives in the end, which he has to stop. I wonder what the fuck is he?
まあねえ顔だよ。
Oh,
鏡で見てみろよ。
No, face yours is so pathetic, so go look in the mirror.
裸になって靴を舐めてる最低なお
Oh,
前
God.
が映ってるぜ。
So go look in the mirror, you'll see how low you are. Yeah, they're gonna look at my shoes, right?
見えるかよ。後ろ見やバトル。
God, yeah. Yeah, I do find that. Oh. Right! Well, that really was quite something. Jesus Christ. Right. whether Battler is here or not fully depends on his decision that he has made. I do find it really interesting that Beatrice is just really making sure to make it just as clear as possible how fucking humiliating, how low he will become if he actually does this, and how he will be reduced to a mere piece of furniture. I mean, my god. It really is awful, this total trick. This road of temptation that she's actually leading Battler down. I really hope he doesn't fall for it, because if he does, then that is deadly. Like, genuinely. If he falls... Oh, I did not mean to do that. If he falls for... Yes, I know, you can't believe it. Yeah, if he falls for that temptation, then boom. Everything is over, genuinely. I really wonder what's actually going to happen, because if he does, then... Yeah, that is game over. Yeah, today was actually a really quite fun read. I mean, my god, I love just seeing the total suspicion and everything just completely... It's sort of a never-ending... It's like a positive feedback loop, really. Like, something just keeps on getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And, yeah, it's just horrible that... I love the murder with Conan, by the way. That was so weird and wonderful. And it just kind of gave, like, all of the really odd magical aspects of Umineko, really. And, yeah, in general, just all of the stuff regarding the suspicion and Boza's suspicion. And obviously everyone turning against each other. And, you know, the cooperation. And also the impossibility of the mystery. Oh, my god, Battler giving in. That was brilliant. Oh, this is so fun today. I'm really quite excited to see what the fuck is going to happen to Battler as well. I mean, my god. I'm quite scared for that. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if... It's very interesting, to say the least. So, I really wonder if Battler does actually give in to the witch, which, you know, he has said that he's given in to the witch, and he feels so hopeless that, you know, he doesn't want to do it again. Actions are the only things that talk, though, so hopefully he won't have the courage to actually do the actions. Beatrice is such a tempting asshole, though, like, seriously, like... It was just so horrible in the ending, just seeing her completely, not only, like, tempt him so much, but, you know, so enjoy it to such a horrible amount as well. I mean, yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens tomorrow, so yeah, see you then.